India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at around in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, Anmol Bishnoi, along with other illegal immigrants in the United States, have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and formally arrest him. Post that, he will be taken to a hospital where the initial medical checkup or the medical legal certificate would be made, and then eventually he will be produced in front of the Patiala House Court, where the NIA will seek further custody of Anmol Bishnoi, because remember, there are several cases that are being investigated against Anmol Bishnoi. One of the cases that is being investigated is by the NIA of the larger terror nexus that had come up, and how these gangsters who were operating from across the border were actually involved in carrying out several criminal activities out here, specifically in North India and also in parts of Mumbai. But there is definitely a competition between agencies at this point in time, because all of these agencies want to go ahead and interrogate Anmol Bishnoi, be it the Punjab police, be it the Delhi police, be it the Rajasthan police, or for that matter Mumbai police as well, whereas central agencies such as the NIA are all waiting hands-on to just get access to Anmol Bishnoi, because he is one of the key links that needs to be interrogated before any sort of a complete investigation could happen. He has been involved in ordering the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. He has been involved in demanding ransom from various businessmen out here in the national capital. He has also been involved in the killing of Baba Siddiqui and the shooting that happened outside the residence of Salman Khan as well. So definitely there are several cases that are being investigated by multiple agencies, and as soon as Anmol Bishnoi will land over here, definitely there is going to be this race amongst agencies to get his custody and to interrogate him further. But definitely as good luck that he is being deported from the United States and he is being handed over back to India. Definitely a lot of investigations are going to be done, and definitely a lot of cases are going to be solved once Anmol Bishnoi lands over here in the national capital within the next few minutes.
Right. Arunima, Anshul has mentioned a few pertinent points here. Of course, we're going to talk about the interstate transfers and interrogations as well, but we are going to see a focus on specific cases, of course, Baba Siddiqui, Sidhu Moosewala, Salman Khan firing as well. However, there, of course, will be a concerted effort to map out this entire network and its finances as well.
So there is a gangsters FIR that NIA was probing, in which Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, all their other associates have been named. So the entire gangster terror network in Punjab has been investigated by the National Investigation Agency. The charge sheet has been filed in this case, which dates back to 2022. And Anmol Bishnoi's custody, once taken by NIA, will focus on this particular FIR, this particular investigation itself. If you go by the other big man who was brought into NIA's custody from...
From leading industries to building empires, only one titan will emerge as the invincible icon. And the nominations in business are Falguni Nayar, Albinder Dhensa, Rajesh Jejurikar, Roshni Nadar Malhotra, Baba Kalyani. Who will be the business person of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year 2025.
Good morning and a warm welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 with me, Griha Atul. Over the next 60 minutes, I'll be bringing you all the top stories. Let's begin with the headlines. Nitish Kumar to take oath as Chief Minister of Bihar for record 10th time. State set for grand oath-taking ceremony. Along with Nitish, 22 cabinet ministers, 9 from BJP, 10 from JDU and 1 each from LJP, RLM and HAM likely to take oath. NDA showcases its might at Bihar oath-taking ceremony with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and key allies in attendance. CNN News 18's exclusive news break. Congress ends India alliance to contest Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh elections solo. Aam Aadmi Party criticizes Congress for its performance and absence during campaigns, while Samajwadi Party hails Akhilesh Yadav as the true India alliance leader. As Karnataka government marks 2.5 years, DK Shivakumar hints at stepping down as the state Congress chief after 6 years, vows to stay on the front line. National Investigation Agency gets 11-day custody of gangster Anmol Bishnoi after arrest and deportation to India from the US. Let's begin with our top focus story. Days after the National Democratic Alliance secured a thumping victory in the 2025 Bihar Assembly elections, the state is now set to get a new government today. The oath-taking ceremony is scheduled at Patna's historic Gandhi Maidan, where up to 20 ministers are expected to be sworn in alongside the Chief Minister, who is Nitish Kumar. Now, Bihar's Chief Minister-elect Nitish Kumar has already staked claim to form the government, and he now will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of the state for the 10th time. Meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party's newly elected MLAs have named Samrat Chaudhary as their legislature leader and also chosen Vijay Kumar Sinha as the deputy legislature leader. And this is all in a show of strength that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, several other union ministers and chief ministers of various NDA ruled states will be attending this grand swearing-in ceremony today. So, grand ceremony that will be underway at about 11:30 this morning, and there will be all the big faces as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party and the key alliance partners, the entire National Democratic Alliance that will be there. Key faces, of course, Nitish Kumar there, already staking claim to form the government. 20 ministers to be sworn in today at the iconic Gandhi Maidan in Patna. We're also getting you a lowdown on the names that are likely to take oath today, this afternoon. We're learning that Samrat Chaudhary from the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to be taking oath, and there's also going to be Vijay Sinha, currently holds that position of the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar. Nitin Nabin, who is also from the BJP. Renu Devi, one key face and a female face here, will be sworn in today. Then there is Mangal Pandey of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Hari Sahani, and then there is Rajneesh Kumar, Vijay Chaudhary of the JDU. So these are the faces right now, key faces of Bharatiya Janata Party, JDU. Remember, 10 MLAs are going to be, sworn in as far as the JDU is concerned. And then there is that entire number that is divided between the key alliance partners. There's Shravan Kumar from the JDU, and these are all the key faces of JDU now that we are putting out on the screens. Ashok Chaudhary, Jamal Khan, then there is Leshi Singh, another key female face here. If we further look at other leaders from the JDU, there is Bijendra Yadav, Damodar Rawat. Now let's look at how, as far as the other alliance partners, the faces that are divided, one each that is being given from the LJP, Ram Vilas. Raju Tiwari gets that swearing in. He's going to be taking oath there. Santosh Suman from the HAN and Snehlata Kushwaha from the RLM. So these are the faces. And this is what we've broken down, and this is what we are getting to know, that these are the leaders who would be sworn in today in that grand oath-taking ceremony, followed by Nitish Kumar, who will be once again sworn in as the Chief Minister of Bihar for 10th straight time. My colleague Payal Mehta has got us this information. She's joining us live from the CNN News 18 newsroom. Payal, have just mentioned the names here, and very, very shortly we will see that grand ceremony begin.
Yes, it's a big occasion because the first time around that all these 5 alliance partners are contesting the Bihar, or in fact have contested the Bihar election together. In the past, you've seen 1 or 2 of them coming together. The other side, that they have represented it as well. But first time around, a big 5 alliances coming together and making this happen and making this historic win really happen. And what an occasion it is, Griha, for Nitish Kumar. 10th time Chief Minister, already 20 years of rule behind him as well, looking at another 5 years of rule, and that's why they say 25 to 30, no vacancy, we only need Nitish. So that's the kind of support base that he's been able to garner up as far as that is really concerned. But in terms of the numbers, in terms of the faces that you're really seeing, not many changes being made by the BJP. Renu Devi in the past has been the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar as well. She comes in from the BJP quota, she comes back again. Mangal Pandey has served, as a minister in the past also. And Mangal Pandey has contested an election for the first time in his political career in terms of assembly. That is where he comes in. Samrat Chaudhary, Vijay Sana, Nitin Nabeen, a very, very young face as far as BJP is concerned in Bihar. So not many surprises as far as the BJP camp is concerned. And look at how interesting it is. Ram Vilas Paswan's party is a party of the backwards. But who's getting a chance in over here? It's a forward who's getting a chance. It's a Brahman candidate who's getting a chance in over here. Upendra Kushwaha taking it safe, bringing his wife into the fore as far as these elections are concerned. Multiple repeats also from the JDU. Samrat Chaudhary, of course, is looking to eye the position as far as the Deputy CM is really concerned on the BJP quota. But Ashok Chaudhary gets a look in. Again, he's Shambhavi Chaudhary's father. Shambhavi Chaudhary is a member of parliament from Chirag Paswan's party as well. Very interesting things coming to the fore. We are also given to understand possibly again you could have 2 deputy CMs. Chirag Paswan has been pressing very, very hard, Griha, to get a deputy CM post, but it's pretty unlikely that he will be given one. Only 1 minister being sworn in, 22 people being sworn in. The quota as far as Bihar is concerned is 36 ministers, including the chief minister. Obviously, some vacancies are being kept to be filled at a later stage.
Right, absolutely. Pallavi and Arun are also with us on the broadcast. Pallavi, if you would like to throw light on the caste dynamics that is at play here. Payal was just mentioning about Samrat Chaudhary, how this is a big Kushwaha outreach also on part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whether or not he gets that deputy chief ministerial position is up for grabs right now. Conjectures are rife on who exactly is going to be made that. What are you learning as far as that is concerned?
I just adding on to what Payal is saying, I think it's very interesting that while the BJP has been and the NDA largely, Griha, has focused on the fact that this is not going to be a caste-obsessed elections. We are going to give a pitch on development, on Vikas, on the women power as well. But they've tried to obviously kept in mind the fact that in Bihar, and especially in any government, those caste combinations are very important. You don't want to have a rocky board. And frankly speaking, unlike, say, a Mahagathbandhan or a coalition, which we often see of the opposition parties, the NDA manages to keep its flock together. They also address all the concerns. So if there's a Chirag Paswan's community which is being handled, if the Dalits, the OBCs, the Kushwahas and Kurmis, all of them, and I mean Nitish Kumar himself coming in from, that is one factor which has been addressed. I would be interested to see, of course, there are women who are going to find a representation in the cabinet, which is being pointed out by Payal herself. But that has been a massive contribution. More importantly, about the faces will also then become important is what is the kind of portfolio are you going to give to them? Are they going to be the meaty ones? How are you going to balance that out? Remember, it's not just the caste one, it's the political nuances also within the NDA or the Nitish Kumar government will also be kept in mind.
Right, we also have Arun. Arun, I do see one Muslim representation that will possibly be, getting that cabinet berth, and that is JDU's Jama Khan. So that token representation has also been taken care of.
Well, that's right. We will have to see, because in this cabinet, NDA will have representation from every caste community and of course from the region, because the kind of support which they have got this time around, it is unprecedented. Last time we saw it in 2010 when NDA won 206 seats, and for the BJP, Griha, this is for the first time when they became in Bihar's history the #1 party in terms of winning seats are concerned. So therefore, especially the regions like Bhojpur region, Magad region, this region was very much in favor of Mahagathbandhan in 2020. Even in 2024, all 4 seats which comes in Shabad and Magad region had gone to Mahagathbandhan. So this time around, out of 69 seats, they could manage to win 55 seats. So you have to give representation to these regions also. And also, of course, caste is a huge factor in Bihar. That's why, in fact, the faces which we were discussing here are also the ones who come from different categories. Women, of course, played a huge role in the victory of NDA. We've seen there's a huge difference, 8 to 9% difference in the polling percentage between male and female, and that's the sense in the NDA that the majority of the votes had gone to them, and therefore this time around they have 20 women MLAs, if I speak about the BJP. So they will have this, they will have to give that ample representation to women in the cabinet. Last time around, if you see largely the entire NDA's cabinet, there were only 3 women, 1 from the BJP's quota, 2 from the JDU's quota. But this time around, the unprecedented support which came from the women's side, you will have a larger chunk also going towards
ample
women
representation
in terms
of
the
female.
cabinet. We are given to stand that today.
Absolutely. Payal, I'd like to understand from you, before we go to a ground report that our colleague has filed for us from Gandhi Maidan in Patna, that entire Chirag Paswan factor that was doing the rounds. So far, sources suggest that his plea of getting that deputy chief ministerial post stands rejected. So what is the NDA really doing, BJP specifically really doing about Chirag Paswan?
To begin with, there is no difference that you can actually, see, because the mandate is so huge that there is no scope really left for any party, to throw a fit or throw a tantrum. As far as Chirag Paswan is concerned, he's been very, very reasonable. He had asked for 29 seats. He got 29 seats. He had asked for certain, seats to be given to him. The JDU is also given in as well. So Chirag Paswan understands that these dynamics are entirely different. It's not 2020 election. It is not 2015 certainly as well. And Chirag Paswan has not been a hard negotiator. With 5 MPs, he's sitting with 1 cabinet berth here in the center. Of course, aspirations are, sky has no limit, and so do aspirations as well. Chirag Paswan's party definitely at one point in time wanted him to, vie for the post of the deputy chief minister. He's climbed down from there as well. So there is no difference of opinion is what we are given to understand. Chirag Paswan at a later stage may be wanting some more ministerial berths for his party, but he's been reasoned out with, and there has been absolute, coordination as far as that is really concerned. Of course, the final seal of approval as far as these names are really concerned would have happened late last night when the Union Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, reached Patna. JP Nadda reached Patna, the top brass of the JDU. Everybody would have met together and given the final seal of approval before that list is sent to the governor's house, for his final consent as well. Because, when you do the oath taking, you're supposed to give in the governor, you're supposed to send in the list of ministers who are expected to take oath as well. So all is well right now. Of course, Chirag is not being unreasonable, but like I said, that he also has his party carded to in fact, make them understand that yes, he is trying to negotiate, he is trying to bargain, but there's been no ugly scenes that have really panned out, and no option with anybody, because the mandate is so massive that even if one party walks out, the mandate is still good enough to have the government very much in place.
So far we have many reasons to believe that Chirag Paswan, the LJP entirely has been placated by the Bharatiya Janata Party, JDU combined, the entire NDA for that matter. Let's now take a look at that ground report that our colleague Chandra Mohan has filed from the iconic Gandhi Maidan in Patna.
चुनाव हुआ है उसमें बीजेपी बड़े भाई की भूमिका में है। इससे पहले भी जब सरकार में थे उस समय भी नीतीश कुमार के पास 45 ही विधायक थे, लेकिन उस समय बीजेपी बड़े भाई की भूमिका में रहते हुए नीतीश कुमार को मुख्यमंत्री का पद दिया था, और इस बार भी नीतीश कुमार ही मुख्यमंत्री होने जा रहे हैं। जाहिर सी बात है, ये पहले से कहा जाता रहा है। आपने देखा होगा जब से चुनाव का ऐलान हुआ था तब से ही जेडीयू के और तमाम जो घटक दल के नेता हैं वो ये कह रहे थे कि नीतीश कुमार मुख्यमंत्री हैं, नीतीश कुमार मुख्यमंत्री आगे भी रहेंगे। तो जाहिर सी बात है, उस समय ही तय हो गया था कि जब एनडीए की सरकार बनेगी उस समय नीतीश कुमार ही मुख्यमंत्री होंगे। कल सुबह में विधायक दल की बैठक हुई थी और जेडीयू विधायक दल की बैठक में नीतीश कुमार को नेता चुना गया था। वहीं बीजेपी का जब बैठक हुआ विधायक दल का, उसमें सम्राट चौधरी को नेता और विजय सिन्हा को उप नेता चुना गया था। और उसके बाद शाम में जब एनडीए विधायक दल की बैठक हुई तो नीतीश कुमार के नाम का सर्वसम्मति से चुनाव हुआ। जाहिर सी बात है, ये पहले से तय था और उसी को लेकर आज जो शपथ ग्रहण समारोह है इसको भव्य और दिव्य बनाने की तैयारी है। एक बार फिर से आपको तस्वीर मंच की दिखाने की कोशिश करेंगे। ये देखिए, दो मंच बना हुआ है। एक तरफ जो है शपथ ग्रहण समारोह के लिए मंच बना हुआ है, तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ जो ये दूसरा मंच है, यहाँ पर जो वीआईपी पहुंचेंगे उनके लिए बना हुआ है। जो भी एनडीए शासित राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री, उप मुख्यमंत्री और गणमान्य व्यक्ति हैं वो पहुंचेंगे इस शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में, तो वहीं बीजेपी शासित राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री और उप मुख्यमंत्री पहुंचेंगे। और ये जो सामने आपको जो तस्वीर दिखाई दे रही है, ये जो वीआईपी लोग पहुंचेंगे, विधायक, विधान पार्षद और माननीय जो लोग पहुंचेंगे उनके लिए ये बनाया गया है। तो ये जो आपको ये दूसरी तस्वीर दिखाई दे रही है, यहाँ पर जजेस और उनके परिवार के लोग, जो लोग पहुंचेंगे उनके लिए ये बना हुआ है। और देखिए, ये जो पीछे की आपको तस्वीर दिखाई दे रही है, इसमें वीआईपी लोगों के आने का सिलसिला भी शुरू हो चुका है। लगभग 2 लाख लोगों के पहुंचने का अनुमान है और उसी तरह की व्यवस्था भी की गई है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी
So there you go, the preparation for the grand oath-taking ceremony. That ceremony happens today at 11:30 a.m. this morning, and the Prime Minister, along with the Union Home Minister and the other senior leaders from the various NDA rule states, the chief ministers, all of them are going to be in attendance. We go into a very short break with that.
The entertainment world inspires us, but only one entertainer will be celebrated as an invincible icon. The nominees for the entertainment category are Lakshman Utekar, Rashmika Mandana, Mohanlal, Arijit Singh, Jaideep Ahlawat. Who will be crowned as the Entertainer of the Year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN. This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Along with other illegal immigrants in the United States have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and formally arrest him. Post that, he will be taken to a hospital where the initial medical checkup or the medical legal certificate would be made, and then eventually he will be produced in front of the Patiala House Court, where the NIA will seek further custody of Anmol Bishnoi, because remember, there are several cases that are being investigated against Anmol Bishnoi. One of the cases that is being investigated is by the NIA of the larger terror nexus that had come up, and how these gangsters who were operating from across the border were actually involved in carrying out several criminal activities out here, specifically in North India and also in parts of Mumbai. But there is definitely a competition between agencies at this point in time, because all of these agencies want to go ahead and interrogate Anmol Bishnoi, be it the Punjab police, be it the Delhi police, be it the Rajasthan police, or for that matter Mumbai police as well, whereas central agencies such as the NIA are all waiting hands on to just get access to Anmol Bishnoi, because he is one of the key links that needs to be interrogated before any sort of a complete investigation could happen. He has been involved in ordering the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. He has been involved in demanding ransom from various businessmen out here in the national capital. He has also been involved in the killing of Baba Siddiqui and the shooting that happened outside the residence of Salman Khan as well. So definitely there are several cases that are being investigated by multiple agencies, and as soon as Anmol Bishnoi will land over here, definitely there is going to be this race amongst agencies to get his custody and to interrogate him further. But definitely as good luck that he is being deported from the United States and he is being handed over back to India. Definitely a lot of investigations are going to be done, and definitely a lot of cases are going to be solved once Anmol Bishnoi lands over here in the national capital within the next few minutes.
Right. Arunima, Anshul has mentioned a few pertinent points here. Of course, we're going to talk about the interstate transfers and interrogations as well, but we are going to see a focus on specific cases, of course, Baba Siddiqui, Sidhu Moosewala, Salman Khan firing as well. However, there, of course, will be a concerted effort to map out this entire network and its finances as well.
So there is a gangsters FIR that NIA was probing, in which Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, all their other associates have been named. So the entire gangster terror network in Punjab has been investigated by the National Investigation Agency. The charge sheet has been filed in this case, which dates back to 2022. And Anmol Bishnoi's custody, once taken by NIA, will focus on this particular FIR, this particular investigation itself. If you go by the other big man who was brought into NIA's custody from the United States, accused of terrorism, accused of a high-profile case like 2611, Tawahur Rana. So in that case also, Mumbai police wanted to question Tawahur Rana, and it was given a chance to question Tawahur Rana while he was still broadly in NIA's custody. So a similar pattern could be followed here as well. Well, NIA keeps the broad custody of Anmol Bishnoi, traveling with him from one part of the country to the other. One doesn't really know how it will work out security-wise, because these are high-profile, high-target gangsters. There are intra-gang rivalries at work as well. Goldie Brar is a player in Punjab, along with the Bishnois, who originally their support base is Rajasthan. So one will have to really see how the considerations are kept in mind. But the security agencies are definitely upbeat that Anmol Bishnoi's custody for NIA will unravel who are the other players in this. Already NIA has managed to carry out searches across Delhi NCR, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, to hunt out everyone who's supporting the Bishnois, supporting the Goldie Brar gang, essentially supporting this gangster terror network. But getting Anmol Bishnoi into custody will unravel whatever loose ends are still there as far as investigation goes.
All right. Arunima and Anshul, thank you so much for joining us for all this information. Right now, we're of course going to be tracking all the developments closely.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Arunima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at around in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, Anmol Bishnoi, along with other illegal immigrants in the United States, have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and...
They spark conversations, shape opinions. But who will stand invincible? And the nominations for the Indian of the Year 2025 influencer are Raj Shamani, Kamya Jani, Khan Sir, Parul Gulati, Revant Himmat Singh Ka. Who will be the influencer of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year.
Welcome back. You're watching CNN News 18 with me, Griha Atul. Let's now talk about the India alliance and the growing divide within the bloc. Now, after the big Bihar elections, there has been a major fallout as far as the opposition is concerned. Top Congress sources have revealed exclusively to CNN News 18 that the India bloc may no longer be necessary. Senior leaders have said that even the Gandhis agree that the alliance is effectively over and that state-level seat sharing will happen only where absolutely necessary. Sources have further revealed that the Congress is preparing to contest independently in all upcoming elections as much as possible. However, the party has strongly denied these claims. Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal has called the report completely baseless, reaffirming that the party remains committed to the India bloc and is actively working to strengthen it.
Completely baseless story. Where is this type of news is coming? Completely baseless. India Alliance, Congress is completely for India Alliance. We are going to strengthen it.
जहां हमारी सीटें अच्छी हैं, जहां हमारे अच्छे उम्मीदवार हैं, जहां हमको चुन के आने की उम्मीद है, वहां हम इलेक्शन लड़ाएंगे और हम किसी से अलायंस नहीं करने वाले, क्योंकि हमने जब भी अलायंस किया हमको धोखा हुआ है। हमें कभी भी क्लियर जो है अलायंस नहीं मिला। अभी अगर हम जो अलायंस करते हैं उसमें मेन कांग्रेस पार्टी होती है। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने हमेशा लास्ट जब फॉर्म भरने का टाइम आता है उसके पहले हमारे से अलायंस तोड़ देती है। तो हम वोटों का बंटवारा नहीं चाहते हैं। हम चाहते हैं कि सारे सेकुलर लोग साथ लड़ें ताकि वोटों का बंटवारा ना हो। लेकिन जो बड़ी पार्टियां हैं ना, वो सिर्फ लेना जानती हैं, कुछ देना नहीं चाहती हैं। समाजवादी पार्टी ज्यादा वोट नहीं मिलना चाहिए, समाजवादी पार्टी खत्म हो जाना चाहिए, ये उनका विचार है, ये सच्चाई है ये। इसलिए समाजवादी पार्टी अकेले इलेक्शन लड़ेगी।
इंडिया गठबंधन हमेशा सामूहिकता में भरोसा रखता है और हमारे सारे दलों के नेता इस गठबंधन को लीड कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो अखिलेश यादव जी हों, राहुल गांधी जी हों, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे साहब हों, स्टालिन साहब हों, तेजस्वी यादव जी हों, हेमंत सोरेन जी हों या उद्धव ठाकरे जी हों। हमारे यहाँ सामूहिकता में विश्वास रखा जाता है। गठबंधन का नेतृत्व एनडीए का तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी करते, नरेंद्र मोदी करते और अमित शाह करते हैं। इसके अलावा कोई तीसरा नहीं करता। ये सवाल तो उनसे पूछा जाना चाहिए कि कौन आपके गठबंधन का नेता है।
And we're now getting some breaking news on the broadcast. We're learning the leaders of the Samajwadi Party have urged that the party president Akhilesh Yadav be appointed as the leader of the India bloc, citing his efforts in strengthening opposition unity during the recent elections. Samajwadi Party has also gone on to criticize the Congress for engaging in friendly fights with their allies in many states.
सभा चुनाव में समाजवादी पार्टी को इंडिया गठबंधन ने एक भी सीट नहीं दी और उसके बाद समाजवादी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी ने बिहार में 26 बड़ी रैलियों को संबोधित किया। इंडिया गठबंधन के जो और 24 दल हैं उन सब लोगों ने इस बात की सराहना करी समाजवादी पार्टी ने कैसे त्याग करने का काम किया। और 13 विधानसभा ऐसी थी जहां आरजेडी के खिलाफ कांग्रेस पार्टी चुनाव लड़ रही थी और इस कारण से गठबंधन की हवा खराब हुई और बिहार में उसका नुकसान सहना पड़ा। तो इंडिया गठबंधन की अगुवाई वो व्यक्ति करे जो त्याग की भावना रखता हो।
जब इंडिया गठबंधन बना उससे पहले अगर याद हो तो आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी ने कश्मीर से लेकर कन्याकुमारी तक राज्यों की यात्रा की थी और विपक्ष के बड़े नेताओं से, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्रियों से लगातार मुलाकात की थी विभिन्न राज्यों में जाके, और उसके बाद ही इंडिया गठबंधन बना था। समान विचारधारा वाले दल वो एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे आया था। तो सवाल इस बात का है कि आज जब ज़रूरत है एकता की जो इंडिया गठबंधन है वो बड़ी मजबूती से चले, जहां भी जिन राज्यों में चुनाव हो रहा है विपक्ष के नेता भी उसमें सहयोग करे, तो वो त्याग अगर किसी में नज़र आता है तो आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी में नजर। सवाल किसी को रिप्लेस करने का नहीं है, सवाल इस बात का है कि आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी में वो कुव्वत है, वो जिस तरह से वो कैलिबर है कि वो नज़र आते हैं कि विपक्ष के चेहरे के तौर पे, और पूरे देश में अगर किसी ने भाजपा को हरा के दिखाया है, बताया है कि भाजपा को कैसे हराया जा सकता है, तो वो आदरणीय अखिलेश यादव जी हैं।
We are now getting you a big news break as CNN News 18th news break on that rift within the India bloc is already creating ripples. And why are we saying that? It's the Aam Aadmi Party that is now taking a swipe at the Congress. Aam Aadmi parties have gone on to criticize Congress for its performance in the Bihar Assembly elections, pointing out that the party needs to do some self-reflection. Let's take a look at a reaction coming in.
छुट्टी पे नहीं जाना चाहिए कैंपेनिंग के बीच में, और मुझे लगता है कि हमने ये स्टैंड बहुत बार पहले भी क्लियर कर दिया है कि हम इंडिया गठबंधन का हिस्सा नहीं है, हम कांग्रेस के साथ नहीं हैं, हम एक मजबूत विपक्ष है। मुझे लगता है कि इसमें बिहार चुनाव में सबसे ज़्यादा आत्मचिंतन करने की ज़रूरत कांग्रेस को है, और इस बार वो ये ना बताएं कि उनके 6 MIM के 5 से बेहतर क्यों थे।
That's a big thing to go on record. There's a Congress, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, leader there, Priyanka, was going on record and saying that the Aam Aadmi Party is not in alliance with the Congress when it is about the India bloc. They are not a part of the India bloc. This is what we are exclusively breaking for our viewers here on the broadcast. Remember, we are the ones who first told you about how there is a massive rift within the India bloc. Many voices, particularly from the Samajwadi Party and the Aam Aadmi Party, are speaking up against the Congress Party. Samajwadi Party wanting to pitch Akhilesh Yadav as the leader of the bloc. Aam Aadmi Party not just claiming that Congress needs to do some introspection after the Bihar debacle, they are also in fact saying that they are not a part of the India bloc with the Congress Party. My colleague Pallavi Ghosh is now joining us on the broadcast. Pallavi, big statement that's coming in by Aam Aadmi Party leaders, something that has been pretty much out in the open when it is about that very public spat between the AAP and the Congress. Now Samajwadi Party is joined in the fray. Clearly this turning out to be an alliance of opportunists.
Well, election after election, it has been really the same reactions we always see. I mean, I remember just after Lok Sabha elections, after Maharashtra, even after Haryana, whether it was a Trinamool Congress, whether it was a Samajwadi Party, and even the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena's Priyanka Chaturvedi, all of them told the Congress Party that you really need to introspect and learn the art of winning elections, learn the art of strategizing. I'm not very surprised at these voices coming out in the days to come. I think there could be RJD also, and others will speak out. There's a sense, certainly within the India bloc, that Congress Party has become a liability. They themselves do not conduct the elections seriously. Rahul Gandhi is often missing in action at the wrong time, just while the campaign is on or just when the counting is going to take place. And as a result of which, no one from the Congress Party even bothers. They're all armchair strategists, and they still want the leadership of the India bloc, which is now unacceptable. What has happened in Bihar is going to throw up more such dissent within the bloc. It is almost over. The Congress has seen the writing on the wall. The Congress knows it has no takers, which is why the Gandhis have also endorsed the fact that this chapter of India bloc must be over. Wherever needed, wherever required, if possible, at a local level or at the state level, there can be seat sharing. But if you're talking about a massive India bloc where hum saath saath hai pictures, which you're seeing on your screens, I don't think those pictures are going to come soon.
But even in many states, the fact that there could be an alliance, that also has been criticized heavily by the Samajwadi Party, that Congress contesting these friendly fights isn't really going anywhere. So what really is the future of anything that we are looking at when it is about the opposition?
I mean, let's take the case of Bihar also very quickly. Vaishali was one seat which could have gone to the RJD, but over there the Congress also put up a candidate, and the Congress party said that we were the ones who filed a nomination first, and the RJD says filing first does not mean you win. So what RJD says is that wherever you're weak, why do you need to put forward a candidate? That's exactly what the Samajwadi Party also said during the Madhya Pradesh elections. All we want is our 5 seats over there because we are strong in some pockets, especially the one which is bordering Uttar Pradesh. Give those seats to us. The Congress refused. That's exactly been a problem. So look at the states which are coming up for elections. In Bengal, TMC will never ever align with the Congress Party. They are on its own. Look at Tamil Nadu, that's where DMK is. DMK is miffed because of Rahul Gandhi's phone call to TVK. Look at Kerala, the left, a friend of the Congress in Bengal, is the opponent in Kerala. Assam is the only state where the Congress is pitched in a fight only with the BJP.
Well, absolutely, Pallavi. Do stay on with us. We are getting in more that concerns the Congress party. This time it is from the state of Karnataka. Let's get you that breaking news update. As Karnataka government now completes 2.5 years, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has gone on to suggest stepping down as the state Congress chief, and he in fact says that he cannot hold the post permanently. He's also in fact stated that this is a post that he's been holding for nearly 6 years. Others should be given an opportunity. I will be on the front line, he also says. Let's take a look at that reaction of D.K. Shivakumar.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಭಾರತ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಅವರ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ. ಈ ಸದ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಚೇರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ 100 ಕಚೇರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈಗ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಈಗ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು MLAಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕೆಲವರು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೆಲವರು ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡೋದು. ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯವರೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಚೇರಿನ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯವರೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಇರ್ತೀನೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಚಾರ. ಬಟ್ 100 ಕಚೇರಿ ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ನಾವು ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 5.5 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ 6 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ಐ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ.
Let me take this across to my colleague Rohini Swami, who is now joining us on the broadcast. Rohini, explain to us, how does the dynamics of the Congress party really change with the statement that D.K. Shivakumar is making when he says that I will remain on the front lines? What happens to the chief ministerial ambition? Is he still chasing it?
Absolutely. I mean, that is something that we know that he will be chasing all the way. And every single day, every single hour and effort is being made to convince the High Command in Delhi that it is time for D.K. Shivakumar feels it's time also for him to be given his seat of power. Now, there are two power tussles that are happening. On one, we have the power tussle between Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar, with this unwritten discussion about changing of power in the hands between the CM and the DCM after 2.5 years. Today, they complete Siddaramaiah completes 2.5 years, which is the halfway mark of his governance. And the timing, especially of the statement, also is important. And though it was said yesterday at a function at the Karnataka Congress office, but also the important thing is when it comes to a point where we're looking at the post that D.K. Shivakumar holds as not just the Deputy Chief Minister, but also as the State Congress Chief. He has dual posts. Now, one thing that is also being raised, like I said, is the second power tussle, is that 2 posts, 1 person, 1 post is something that was being pushed for a very long time. And the D.K. Shivakumar said, and very clearly says in this particular address that runs for a long time, saying that he actually said he would only want to sit as a Deputy Chief Minister. But it was Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge who asked him to continue the post of the Congress chief. Now, this hint that he is giving clearly says that one cannot be here permanently, but I'll lead you from the front, is also an indication and a direct, in a way, talking to the way things are panning out in Karnataka. On one hand, you have Chief Minister Siddaramaiah saying he'll complete the full 5 years. And here he's saying that I will be on the front line. And don't worry, I will be where the leadership is. We also remember, if you can just take it back quickly, that while Siddaramaiah had initially said this is going to be his last election, we did have him giving a comment in one of CNN News 18's events, saying very clearly that he could possibly, because a lot of support for him, even contemplate looking at contesting 2028. But we also know that from the Congress itself, and insiders telling us that the Congress wants and D.K. Shivakumar should be leading from the front, especially when the 2028 assembly elections come in. So all this, if you look at it, on one, the aspiration to become Chief Minister, well, that is solid. And second is this power tussle between Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar. We see that continuing as they complete the halfway mark. And number three, will there be a change? I'll quickly bring you this point about the Congress chief, because if there's a change, who will be next? Because there'll be a lot of comments that have come from Siddaramaia's son, Mr. Yatindra, who's an MLA, saying that people like Satish Jarkoli also can lead. So with the Satish Jarkoli, Ishwar Khandre, there are a lot of names that are floating for the Congress state chief as well.
Right, Rohini, thank you so much for breaking it down for our viewers. There's a reaction that is coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson, responding to this big tussle, so to speak, that is emerging from Karnataka.
Because it is a thirst for power, not seva of people. And this thirst of power, DK camp versus Siddaramaiah camp, constantly fighting with each other. Now, yet another salvo has been fired by DK Shivakumar, who says, I can't wait permanently, but I will be in the front line. This is a clear indication to Mr. Siddaramaiah कि Shivakumar आता है, seat खाली करो. But the problem is that they are only fighting for power and chair. They are not bothered about people. They are not bothered about potholes. They are not bothered about infrastructure. They are only interested in satta ki ladai. And wherever Congress is there, they have only been interested in satta ki ladai. Telangana, Himachal Pradesh, or in other states. It is Congress versus Congress. In Karnataka, INC...
And we're now getting some more breaking news. A shocking development has emerged in the investigation of the 2008 Ahmedabad blast, with reports now suggesting that one of the accused terrorists had studied at the Al-Falah University. And this is the image of Mirza Shadab. He was one of the key conspirators. He was one of the key persons who was accused in the Ahmedabad blast case of 2008. He too has a connection with the Al-Falah University. Shadab Beg, an alleged member of the Indian Mujahideen and accused in the attacks in both Ahmedabad and also Gorakhpur, has reportedly been connected to the Al-Falah University. According to previous investigations by the law enforcement agencies, Beg completed his B.Tech from Al-Falah in Faridabad itself in the year 2007. So another connect of an alleged terrorist who has some antecedents that are associated with the Al-Falah University in Faridabad. So it's not just the November 10th Delhi blast that we are talking about, it's also the Ahmedabad blast of 2008 that has an association. My colleague Arunima has got us that detail. Arunima?
You know, what is quite interesting, we have been debating and discussing why Al-Falah was not checking the antecedents of his staff members. Dr. Shaheen, for example, Kanpur University had taken action against her for renewed absence and dismissed her, and she subsequently went and joined Al-Falah. Al-Falah did not do a background check. Similarly, another doctor who was flagged off by no one less than the Jammu and Kashmir LG for being involved in terror activities and thrown out of medical college in Srinagar, he came on board at Al-Falah as well. In the case of Mirza Shadab Beg, that pattern goes ahead. He was a student who, as per the interrogation report of the agencies, had flunked his class 9th exams. Now, we all know that to do a B.Tech, the degree that is required for engineering, there is a certain degree of academic proficiency that is required. Somebody who had failed in class 9 and subsequently, looked for alternative subjects to finish his class 11th and class 12th, he got admission in B.Tech in Al-Falah. Quite interesting. I think academics will have a view on that as well, that how somebody who was not so bright in terms of his academic scores in school managed to get a B.Tech degree from Al-Falah. Was it just a cover while he carried on with his association with Indian Mujahideen? I think that question will be put to the Al-Falah administration.
Absolutely, and clearly now that the director, his brother, all are under the radar. They have been nabbed by the police. The National Investigation Agency is looking at this particular case. The Al-Falah director has to answer these very questions that Arunima is rightly posing. We will keep an eye on this big story and the big developments that continue to be associated to the Al-Falah University. But right now we go into a very short break.
India's young athletes inspire, but only one rising star can stand invincible. And the nominations for the Indian of the Year 2025 Rising Sports Star are Suruchi Phogat, Kush Maini, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Pooja Singh, Divya Deshmukh. Who will be the rising sports star of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year.
Welcome back. Now, for several days now, reports have circulated across West Bengal that illegal infiltrators are trying to return to Bangladesh due to fear of the state infiltration review, the SIR process. Now, to verify the ground reality, News 18 travelled to the Hakimpur checkpost in the Bashirhat border area. I leave you with this report.
Ever since the SIR process was introduced, speculation has been rife that undocumented migrants are attempting to leave Bengal voluntarily. At the Hakimpur Bashirhat checkpost, this claim appears to have some visible evidence. For the last 4 days, hundreds of people, mostly from Bangladesh, have been waiting here hoping to cross back.
We are standing in Hakimpur checkpost. This is the checkpost, and 1 kilometer from this is the actual Bangladesh border. And this is where all these people who now wants to go back to Bangladesh are sitting here. Some have come today, but most of them have come last 4 days. Most of them have come for a couple of days. Most of them have come 6 years, 4 years, 5 years back. Some have documents, some does not have documents, and that's why they are waiting. They want to go back. This type of picture definitely shows the why SIR was required.
Several individuals told us they do not have valid documents, and going back to Bangladesh feels safer. Most of them said they had come to Bengal during the COVID-19 lockdown or in the years immediately after that. Many worked in areas such as Salt Lake, Newtown and Bakra.
আমাদের কাছে জিজ্ঞাসা করলাম বলে আমাদের নেই কিছু কইতে নেই তাহলে থাকতে পারবেন না না থাকতে পারলে আর কি করব চলে যাব বেরে আমরা বস্তিতে ছিলাম তাই সেই এখন বাড়িওয়ালারা বলছে কি তোমরা ঘর ছেড়ে চলে যাও ইনারসি হবে তোমাদের জীবন বাঁচাও তাই চলে গেছি
আমি ইসলাম রাত্রেবেলা ছিলাম তো অতটা সঠিকভাবে বলতে পারবো না আমার বাড়ির পাশ থেকে একজন আসছিল তার মাধ্যমে এসেছিলাম আমাদের এখানে কোনো বৈধ কাগজপত্র না থাকার কারণে আমাদের এলাকায় আমরা যেখানে থাকতাম সেখান থেকে আমাদের বলেছে আমাদের বাড়িতে ফিরে যেতে
Among those waiting is Rokeya Begum from Satkira, who came to Bengal during lockdown, and within few years not only does she possess a both voter card and Aadhaar, she is also receiving benefits of government schemes like Lakshmir Bhandar.
আর ভোটার আইডি কার্ড আছে হ্যাঁ কতদিন আগে তুমি এসছো এখানে
লকডাউনের আগে
কোথায় থাকতে এখানে আধার কার্ড ছিল দিদি
হ্যাঁ আধার কার্ড ভোটার কার্ড ছিল
ভোট দিয়েছো হ্যাঁ ভোটও দিয়েছো So this is Rokeya. She is saying that she has come from Satkira before lockdown. She is claiming that she has voter card, she has Aadhaar card. She does not have name in 2002. Most importantly, she is also saying that she has Lakshmir Bhandar. So that, and she has also casted vote. This picture says it all, says everything about infiltration. That is the big question which can be raised from this place. This is Komalika Sengupta with Anshuman Roy reporting for CNN News 18 from Hakimpur checkpost.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at around in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, Anmol Bishnoi, along with other illegal immigrants in the United States, have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and formally arrest him. Post that, he will be taken to a hospital where the initial medical checkup or the medical legal certificate would be made, and then eventually he will be produced in front of the Patiala House Court, where the NIA will seek further custody of Anmol Bishnoi, because remember, there are several cases that are being investigated against Anmol Bishnoi. One of the cases that is being investigated is by the NIA of the larger terror nexus that had come up, and how these gangsters who were operating from across the border were actually involved in carrying out several criminal activities out here, specifically in North India and also in parts of Mumbai. But there is definitely a competition between agencies at this point in time, because all of these agencies want to go ahead and interrogate Anmol Bishnoi, be it the Punjab police, be it the Delhi police, be it the Rajasthan police, or for that matter Mumbai police as well, whereas central agencies such as the NIA are all waiting hands-on to just get access to Anmol Bishnoi, because he is one of the key links that needs to be interrogated before any sort of a complete investigation could happen. He has been involved in ordering the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. He has been involved in demanding ransom from various businessmen out here in the national capital. He has also been involved in the killing of Baba Siddiqui and the shooting that happened outside the residence of Salman Khan as well. So definitely there are several cases that are being investigated by multiple agencies, and as soon as Anmol Bishnoi will land over here, definitely there is going to be this race amongst agencies to get his custody and to interrogate him further. But definitely as good luck that he is being deported from the United States and he is being handed over back to India. Definitely a lot of investigations are going to be done, and definitely a lot of cases are going to be solved once Anmol Bishnoi lands over here in the national capital within the next few minutes.
Right. Arunima, Anshul has mentioned a few pertinent points here. Of course, we're going to talk about the interstate transfers and interrogations as well, but we are going to see a focus on specific cases, of course, Baba Siddiqui, Sidhu Moosewala, Salman Khan firing as well. However, there, of course, will be a concerted effort to map out this entire network and its finances as well.
So there is a gangsters FIR that NIA was probing, in which Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, all their other associates have been named. So the entire gangster terror network in Punjab has been investigated by the National Investigation Agency. The charge sheet has been filed in this case, which dates back to 2022. And Anmol Bishnoi's custody, once taken by NIA, will focus on this particular FIR, this particular investigation itself. If you go by the other big man who was brought into NIA's custody from the United States, accused of terrorism, accused of a high-profile case like 2611, Tawahur Rana. So in that case also, Mumbai police wanted to question Tawahur Rana, and it was given a chance to question Tawahur Rana while he was still broadly in NIA's custody. So a similar pattern could be followed here as well. Well, NIA keeps the broad custody of Anmol Bishnoi, traveling with him from one part of the country to the other. One doesn't really know how it will work out security-wise, because these are high-profile, high-target gangsters. There are intra-gang rivalries at work as well. Goldie Brar is a player in Punjab, along with the Bishnois, who originally their support base is Rajasthan. So one will have to really see how the considerations are kept in mind. But the security agencies are definitely upbeat that Anmol Bishnoi's custody for NIA will unravel who are the other players in this. Already NIA has managed to carry out searches across Delhi NCR, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, to hunt out everyone who's supporting the Bishnois, supporting the Goldie Brar gang, essentially supporting this gangster terror network. But getting Anmol Bishnoi into custody will unravel whatever loose ends are still there as far as investigation goes.
All right. Arunima and Anshul, thank you so much for joining us for all this information. Right now, we're of course going to be tracking all the developments closely.
This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to...
From performance to top honors, only one champion emerges as the true invincible icon. And the nominations for the Indian of the Year 2025 in sports are D. Gukesh, Shubman Gill, Avinash Sable, Smriti Mandhana, Manpreet Singh. Who will be the sportsperson of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year.
Hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18 with me, Hem Kaur Sura, and here's a quick look at what we've lined up for you on the show at this hour. Nitish Kumar to take oath as Chief Minister of Bihar for a record 10th time. Stage all set for the grand oath-taking ceremony. Along with Nitish Kumar, 22 cabinet ministers, 9 from BJP, 10 from JDU, 1 each from LJP, RLM and HAM likely to take oath as well. NDA showcases its might at Bihar oath-taking ceremony with Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah and key allies in attendance. CNN News 18 exclusive news break also. Congress ends NDA alliance to contest Bengal, Tamil Nadu and UP elections solo. Aam Aadmi Party criticizes Congress for its performance and absence during campaigns, while SP hails Akhilesh Yadav as the true alliance leader. As Karnataka government marks 2.5 years, DK Shivakumar hints at stepping down as state Congress chief after 6 years, vows to stay on the front line. NIA gets 11-day custody of gangster Anmol Bishnoi after arrest and deportation to India. All right, days after the National Democratic Alliance secured a thumping victory in the 2025 Bihar Assembly elections, the state is all set to get a new government today. The oath-taking ceremony has been scheduled at Patna's historic Gandhi Maidan, where up to 20 ministers are expected to be sworn in alongside the Chief Minister. Bihar Chief Minister-elect Nitish Kumar has staked his claim to form the government and will be sworn in as Chief Minister for a record 10th time. Meanwhile, the BJP's newly elected MLAs have named Samrat Chaudhary as their legislature leader and have chosen Vijay Kumar Sinha as Deputy Legislature Leader in a show of strength. Prime Minister Modi, several union ministers and chief ministers of NDA-ruled states will attend the grand swearing-in ceremony as well. So there's something to be said about the show of strength there as well. All right, so let's look at what this cabinet makeup is going to look like for us. This is the formula that we're looking at. Seats 1, that is at 89. Berths at 15 or 16. JDU seats 1 is 85. These are all the numbers that we're getting for you right now. So that's BJP, JDU, LJP, HAM and RLM. These are the seats 1. That's at 89 for BJP. Berths at 15 or 16. That's what we're looking at the moment. And JDU seats 1, 85. Again, 14 plus chief minister post berths that we're looking at as well. Now, if you were to go over to LJP, that's 19 and 3 to 4 berths. In HAM at 5 seats, 1 and 1 berth. And RLM again, 4 and 1. These are the numbers that we are getting for you right now. So this is the cabinet formula that we see right now. Now, in news that's just coming in, Prem Kumar will be the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly. Prem Kumar is an 8-time BJP MLA from Gaya town as well. And this is the big breaking that we're getting for you right now. Ahead of the oath taking, Prem Kumar will be the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly. He, as you know, is an 8-time BJP MLA from Gaya town. Of course, lots to unpack through the course of the day. It's a big, big day. We are going to see the show of strength of the NDA top leaders who will be in Patna as well in Gandhi Maidan for the oath-taking ceremony. We were just getting you the numbers of the cabinet sharing formula that we're seeing as well. All right, for more on this, we're now being joined by Amrit Raj for more details on this. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, if you can just show us around, अभी क्या चल रहा है वहाँ पे?
देखिए, इस वक्त मैं गांधी मैदान में मौजूद हूँ और ये तस्वीर हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं जहाँ पे मंच बनकर पूरी तरीके से तैयार है और 11:30 बजे के आसपास शपथ ग्रहण समारोह होने वाला है, जिसे लेकर तैयारियां पूरी कर ली गई है। और कुछ देर के बाद अभी आप मंच पे देख सकते हैं डिप्टी सीएम विजय सिन्हा और नीति नवीन जो जिन्हें शपथ लेना है, वो तमाम लोग यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। सिक्योरिटी की जांच लगभग पूरी हो चुकी है और कुछ देर के बाद यहाँ पे वीआईपी के आने का सिलसिला भी शुरू हो जाएगा। और अब तक कई वीआईपी भी पटना पहुँच चुके हैं, जिसमें जो आसाम के मुख्यमंत्री हैं वो पहुंच चुके हैं। इसके अलावा नागालैंड के जो सीएम है वो पहुंच चुके हैं, हरियाणा के सीएम पहुंच चुके हैं और पुष्कर सिंह धामी भी पहुंच चुके हैं। कल देर शाम केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह भी पहुंच चुके थे और जेपी नड्डा जो बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष वो भी पहुंच चुके हैं। और इस वक्त हम आपको मंच की तस्वीर दिखा रहे हैं। पूरी तरीके से तैयारी कर ली गई है और 11:30 बजे का वक्त निर्धारित है जब यहाँ पे पहुंचकर नीतीश कुमार लगातार 10वीं बार शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में शपथ ग्रहण में शामिल होंगे और शपथ लेंगे मुख्यमंत्री की। और पीछे गांधी मैदान की तस्वीर भी हम आपको दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे एक बड़ी तैयारी की गई है और आज दावा किया जा रहा है कि लगभग 1 लाख से ज़्यादा लोग इस मौके पे यहाँ पर शामिल होंगे। और धीरे धीरे लोगों का आने का सिलसिला भी शुरू हो गया और आधे घंटे 1 घंटे के बाद ये पूरी तरीके से भरी हुई नजर आएगी जो गांधी मैदान की तस्वीर। तो इस वक्त हम आपको तस्वीर दिखा रहे हैं पटना के ऐतिहासिक गांधी मैदान की, जहाँ पे एनडीए की तरफ से एक ज़बरदस्त तैयारी की गई है। चूँकि इस बार बहुमत ज़बरदस्त मिला है, 202 का आंकड़ा एनडीए ने छुआ है और नीतीश कुमार एक बार फिर से मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी संभालने वाले हैं। तो जाहिर तौर पे एनडीए बेहद उत्साहित है और एनडीए की कोशिश है कि इस मौके को यादगार बनाया जाए और यही वजह है कि एक बड़ी तैयारी की गई है। मंच से लेकर जो मैदान है वहाँ पे भी ज़बरदस्त तैयारी की गई है और बड़ी संख्या में जो यहाँ पे लोग हैं वो भी यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि महिलाओं की संख्या भी अच्छी खासी है, महिलाओं की संख्या भी अच्छी खासी है और माना जा रहा है कि इस बार के विधानसभा चुनाव में एनडीए को जीत मिली है उसमें महिलाओं की भूमिका भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, युवाओं की भूमिका बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और उसकी तस्वीर भी इस वक्त आप गांधी मैदान में देख सकती हैं। तो ये जो गांधी मैदान में हम आपको तस्वीर दिखा रहे हैं शपथ ग्रहण समारोह की, जहाँ पे पूरी तैयारियां कर ली गई हैं और अब से कुछ देर के बाद यहाँ पे आपको मंच पे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी, गृह मंत्री अमित शाह, जेपी नड्डा, राजनाथ सिंह सहित योगी आदित्यनाथ, तमाम लोग यहाँ पर आपको नजर आएंगे। लेकिन उसके पहले लोगों में बहुत उत्साह है और लोग बेहद उत्साहित हैं और लगभग 8 बजे से ही यहाँ पे गांधी मैदान में लोगों का पहुँचने का सिलसिला शुरू हो चुका था ताकि वो इस पल के भागीदार बने। तो ये तैयारियाँ लगभग पूरी हो चुकी हैं। और दूसरी तरफ मैं आपको ये भी बता दूं कि जेडीयू की तरफ से जिन्हें मंत्री बनना है उनका नाम भी फाइनल हो चुका है और उसमें लेसी सिंह, जमा खान, अशोक चौधरी, मदन सैनी, विजेंद्र यादव, विजय चौधरी, श्रवण कुमार और सुनील कुमार ये मंत्री बनने जा रहे हैं। जेडीयू कोटा से एथलीट हैं वो बन रही हैं रमा निषाद, सुरेंद्र मेहता, मंगल पांडे, नीति नवीन, नारायण शाह, रामकृपाल यादव जो केंद्रीय मंत्री भी रह चुके हैं, एक बार फिर से बिहार सरकार में मंत्री बनने जा रहे हैं। संजय टाइगर हैं, विजय सिन्हा है, सम्राट चौधरी जो डिप्टी सीएम बनेंगे। तो लगातार जिन्हें मंत्री पद का शपथ लेना है वो पटना में गांधी मैदान में पहुंचते जा रहे हैं और लोगों की भीड़ भी गांधी मैदान में बढ़ती जा रही है और एनडीए की तरफ से पूरी कोशिश है कि इस मौके को यादगार बनाया जाए, जिसकी तस्वीर हम लगातार दर्शकों को दिखा रहे हैं। जी।
All right. Well, also let's just listen into the reactions that are coming in right now.
बिहार की जनता ने लगातार 20 साल से सेवा करने का मौका एनडीए को दिया है, आगे भी लगातार एनडीए काम करता है।
All right, let's just go across to Arundhanta as well. Of course, what are we looking at? What are the key developments that we're going to, apart from the obvious, of course, going to see through the course of the day today? It's a big day.
Well, that's right. It's going to be a huge program in Gandhi Maidan in Patna. Of course, we know the list is, of course, huge. You'll have the likes of Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, BJP Chief JP Nadda, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and various other chief ministers and deputy chief ministers of NDA ruled states will be participating, will witness this oath-taking ceremony of Nitish Kumar. Remember, this is for the 10th time he's taking oath as a chief minister of Bihar, and we've been discussing about the names. We've already started getting calls for the oath-taking ceremony from the BJP side. If we talk about then Samrat Chaudhary, who comes from the Koiri OBC community, he is once again becoming the deputy chief minister. Vijay Kumar Sinha, who comes from the upper caste Bhumiyar community, he's also likely to retain his deputy chief minister's post. So right now it seems that the focus of the BJP is that along with these senior leaders, you will have the representation of new and young faces, because these are the people who've worked on the ground, and BJP thinks that because of the efforts of these people, they could really reach to this tally which BJP has never achieved in the history of the party in Bihar. So therefore the likes of Shreyasi Singh, a gold medalist in shooting in the Commonwealth Games, she's a second-time MLA. She'll be inducted in the cabinet for the very first time. Rama Nishad, also first-time MLA. She will also be becoming part of Nitish Kumar's cabinet. You have also, of course, Sanjay Tiger, first time he'll be inducting in the Nitish Kumar, cabinet. So you'll have the representation of youth and the first timers, along with, of course, the experience of Samrat Chaudhary, VK Sinha, Nitin Naveen, Mangal Pandey, all these things. So in this cabinet, it seems that there's a balance of caste, community, and also, of course, the region, because there are some of the areas like Tirath and Saran, region in Bihar where BJP completely swept. So you'll have representation from that side. You also have Magad region, Bhojpur region, from where BJP literally, took victory out of the jaws of Mahagathbandhan, because remember 2020 assembly elections, it was Mahagathbandhan all over in this region. So, the community and of course the region will be the formula here for Nitish Kumar's cabinet from the BJP side.
Right, all right, thank you. Do stay on with us. Of course, we'll continue to track all developments on ground with you there. Now, let's just also welcome our guest to the broadcast. Right now, we have Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, and Arun Anand, author and columnist, joining us right now. Mr. Kidwai, let me just come to you first. Record 10th time. What does this really signal both for his allies, the opposition, as well as his base? How significant is this?
I think the significance is also in the way, the ministry formation is taking place. Look at, everything has been so, seamless, effortless. Remember, both partners have got, a massive mandate, and there are sort of compelling arguments for inclusion of more and, the claim and counter claims. But we are not seeing any kind of, forget about tussle, but any one-upmanship. And this is something very significant. And I think this is a big lesson for the opposition. You look at the opposition, there was also Mahagathbandhan, but it kept fighting among themselves. There are a lot of intra-alliance clashes during, after, and even after the victory, you see the kind of statement. And here, so we give a lot of credit to Mr. Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Nitish Kumar. But you see on the ground, I look at the kind of, caste combination that's being taken care of, the kind of regional balance that Arun was talking about. And this will have an implication because there is Uttar Pradesh election coming up in early part of 2027, and where these caste equations matter a lot. So there is no this thing of sense of, arrogance or a sense of achievement. The BJP and for the NDA, it's work in progress, and I think that is very significant.
All right, Arun Anand, let me just come to you. Really want to focus on what he said as well and to expand on that a little further, with 20 plus ministers to take oath today. How balanced, in your view, is this entire cabinet likely to be across caste, across representation, experience? What is your assessment of this?
See, I think a new template which generally the NDA governments have been following is that they don't tend to follow too much of the caste, kind of matrix. they largely, you'll see basically, in a lot of states, like in states like Madhya Pradesh, in states like, Rajasthan. So the kind of chief ministers like in Haryana, though it's a Jat dominated state, but for the last 3 terms, there has been a non-Jat, chief minister. However, they will try to, because it's a very caste conscious society in Bihar, and we'll also have to see. But I think there will be a major focus on representation of the women. So because women have emerged as one of the major constituency for for the NDA in this, and I think this verdict can be a turning point for Bihar, the way they are going to form the combination in terms of the cabinet. So whether they are going to strengthen the caste identity or whether they are going to try and dilute the caste identity, that is to be seen.
All right, now, Mr. Kedwai, if you could just expand on that caste arithmetic as well, and we're talking about how the women voter really played a huge and significant role, and there's this very big focus on that as well. So I just wanted to understand perhaps the mathematics behind all of this.
Yeah, so I think what my friend Arun Anand is saying, I don't think there is going to be adequate representation, because adequate representation of women would mean, 50% of women in the cabinet. We are not going to see, we're not going to even see a woman deputy chief minister. Would have been a very, high on symbolism. So women are, they are more of, a method to get more and more maximize political dividend. But when it comes to empowerment, a lot remains to be seen. We may see a token increase of, suppose there are 4 women ministers were there in the past, maybe increased to 5 or 6, but we are not going to see a kind of proportionate representation of women that is required. But I think on the caste issue also, I think the BJP NDA is very alive to this idea of caste. They may say that caste doesn't matter. Arun gave a very apt example of Haryana, etc. But in Bihar, they will. Now the problem is that the nature of mandate is something. I was looking at some of the figures. See, the various important castes have given more than 60% of support, whether it is OBCs, whether it is even Dalits, whether it is upper caste. Now that becomes a very tricky part. How do you accommodate so many social groups which have sided with you, and then you cannot leave those. For instance, Yadavs have from 26, I think the MLAs are 11, but then you cannot isolate Yadavs, because you need to weed that away from Mahagathbandhan. In fact, there's going to be a token representation of Muslims also. One Muslim minister will also be there. So that stark social realities are there, and I think Nitish Kumar is going to adhere to it.
Mr. Anand, let me just come to you on the question of symbolism here. Given that Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, top NDA leaders will be attending the oath-taking ceremony as well, what does this attendance signal politically?
No, it signals, one, that, it's a historic mandate. And also, this is one mandate after Maharashtra and Haryana elections, which, they are giving the message that Narendra Modi and Narendra Modi-led NDA, for the time being, it seems it is invincible. So also, they are trying to, the way they are, it is also an effort to strengthen the NDA. It is also a signal to rest of the parties who are outside of NDA, with whom BJP can potentially have an alliance while going for elections. And there are multiple state elections which are coming up, especially in the southern part of the country. So it's a signal which they are giving, and also it's a template which they have followed. So whenever there have been major victories, so Prime Minister has gone there. So largely they are presenting a united front of NDA, which has cemented, and it also quells all kind of rumors which were there earlier that BJP will probably try and replace Nitish Kumar. So in the presence of the Prime Minister and the other chief ministers and the Home Minister and the BJP National President, basically a lot of luminaries. So it's a message basically that they value this victory. This victory is a major milestone for them. It is also basically, to give a message that they are backing Nitish Kumar completely.
All right, Mr. Kedwai and Mr. Anand, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your insights on this. Of course, we're going to be tracking all of the developments through the course of the day. But with that, we're going to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere, though. News and updates will continue on the other side on CNN News 18. Come right back.
reinvent the rules and inspire the next generation. But only one youth icon can stand invincible. And the nominations for the youth icon are Ananya Pandey, Rishabh Sharma, Ishan Khattar, Zakir Khan, Lieutenant Commander Rupa A and Lieutenant Commander Dilna K. Who will be the youth icon of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN. This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anima earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at around in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, Anmol Bishnoi, along with other illegal immigrants in the United States, have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and formally arrest him. Post that, he will be taken to a hospital where the initial medical checkup or the medical legal certificate would be made, and then eventually he will be produced in front of the Patiala House Court, where the NIA will seek further custody of Anmol Bishnoi, because remember, there are several cases that are being investigated against Anmol Bishnoi. One of the cases that is being investigated is by the NIA of the larger terror nexus that had come up, and how these gangsters who were operating from across the border were actually involved in carrying out several criminal activities out here, specifically in North India and also in parts of Mumbai. But there is definitely a competition between agencies at this point in time, because all of these agencies want to go ahead and interrogate Anmol Bishnoi, be it the Punjab police, be it the Delhi police, be it the Rajasthan police, or for that matter Mumbai police as well, whereas central agencies such as the NIA are all waiting hands-on to just get access to Anmol Bishnoi, because he is one of the key links that needs to be interrogated before any sort of a complete investigation could happen. He has been involved in ordering the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. He has been involved in demanding ransom from various businessmen out here in the national capital. He has also been involved in the killing of Baba Siddiqui and the shooting that happened outside the residence of Salman Khan as well. So definitely there are several cases that are being investigated by multiple agencies, and as soon as Anmol Bishnoi will land over here, definitely there is going to be this race amongst agencies to get his custody and to interrogate him further. But definitely as good luck that he is being deported from the United States and he is being handed over back to India. Definitely a lot of investigations are going to be done, and definitely a lot of cases are going to be solved once Anmol Bishnoi lands over here in the national capital within the next few minutes.
Right. Arunima, Anshul has mentioned a few pertinent points here. Of course, we're going to talk about the interstate transfers and interrogations as well, but we are going to see a focus on specific cases, of course, Baba Siddiqui, Sidhu Moosewala, Salman Khan firing as well. However, there, of course, will be a concerted effort to map out this entire network and its finances as well.
So there is a gangsters FIR that NIA was probing, in which Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, all their other associates have been named. So the entire gangster terror network in Punjab has been investigated by the National Investigation Agency. The charge sheet has been filed in this case, which dates back to 2022. And Anmol Bishnoi's custody, once taken by NIA, will focus on this particular FIR, this particular investigation itself. If you go by the other big man who was brought into NIA's custody from the United States, accused of terrorism, accused of a high-profile case like 2611, Tawahur Rana. So in that case also, Mumbai police wanted to question Tawahur Rana, and it was given a chance to question Tawahur Rana while he was still broadly in NIA's custody. So a similar pattern could be followed here as well. Well, NIA keeps the broad custody of Anmol Bishnoi traveling with him from one part of the country to the other, one doesn't really know how it will work out security wise, because these are high profile, high target gangsters. There are intra gang rivalries at work as well. Goldie Brar is a player in Punjab along with the Bishnois, who originally come their support base is Rajasthan. So one will have to really see how
They fight for a greener tomorrow. And now one is about to be crowned invincible. And the nominations for the Indian of the Year 2025 Climate Warriors are Garvita Gulhati, Aditya Mukherjee, Morning Star Cong, Vidyut Mohan, Vinay Manchala. Who will be the Climate Warrior of the Year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year.
Welcome back to CNN News 18 with me, Hem Kaur Surya. A 16-year-old boy died after jumping in front of the metro in Delhi. The police recovered a suicide note in which he blamed his school teachers for mentally harassing him for a prolonged period of time, and he's also urged his family to donate his organs to those in need. Students and parents, they've staged protests outside the school over the student's suicide note. It's a big development that we're getting for you at this hour. A teen in Delhi, a 16-year-old boy that we're talking of, died by suicide after jumping in front of the metro in Delhi. The police were able to recover a suicide note in which he's blamed his school teachers for mentally harassing him for a prolonged period of time, and he also urged his family in this note to donate his organs to those in need. Listen to this.
राजधानी दिल्ली में एक 16 साल के बच्चे ने सुसाइड कर लिया और अपने सुसाइड नोट में ये आरोप लगाया कि स्कूल की प्रताड़ना से पीड़ित होकर वो ये कदम उठा रहा है। इस वक्त उसी निजी स्कूल के बाहर हमारी मौजूदगी है, जहां पर उसी स्कूल में पढ़ने वाले बच्चों के अभिभावक जो है वो आए हैं और अपना दर्द, अपना रोष वो यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं। आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर लिखा गया है कि पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट किया गया है और यहाँ तमाम अभिभावक जो है पहुंचे हैं। यहाँ पर पेरेंट्स हैं जिनके बच्चे यहाँ पढ़ते हैं। जाहिर तौर पर ऐसी घटना अगर होती है तो सभी के मन में डर होना या दर्द होना लाजमी है। तमाम अभिभावक यहाँ एक एक करके बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं। आप लोग यहाँ पर आए हैं मैम, आज आप लोग किस पर्पज से यहाँ आए हैं, क्या आप यहाँ कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरा बच्चा स्कूल में है, वो क्लास 6 में पढ़ता है, तो उसने कल घर आके मुझे बताया था कि ऐसा ऐसा मामा इंसिडेंट हुआ। तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे बच्चे के साथ भी ये हो सकता है। तो मैं सोच रही हूँ इस बच्चे ने कितना झेला होगा, कितना उसने टॉर्चर सहा होगा कि इसने इतना एक्सट्रीम कदम लिया है। मैं ये भी सोच रही हूँ उस माँ बाप पर क्या गुजर रही होगी जिसका जवान बेटा ऐसे कूदकर उसने जान ले लिया है। और उसने ये भी लिखा है कि लेटर पर हमें मिला है सुसाइड नोट में से ये भी लिखा है कि मैं अपनी जान दे रहा हूँ, मैं वेस्ट नहीं जाना चाहता है। मैं चाहता हूँ कि जो दूसरे बच्चे मेरे पीछे हैं वो ये सब सफर ना करे, दे शुड नॉट गो थ्रू व्हाट आई हैव गॉन थ्रू।
इमोशनल आप लोग यहाँ हो रहे हैं और जाहिर तौर पर बच्चा आपका भी यहाँ पर पढ़ता है?
मैम मेरा बेटा 5th स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ता है यहाँ पे, और कल जब हमने ग्रुप में मैसेज पढ़ा कि 10th स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चे सूर्य के साथ ऐसा हुआ है, तो वी बोथ आर वेरी स्कैर्ड। क्योंकि मैम हमारा बेटा भी आके कई बार कंप्लेंट करते हैं कि टीचर्स उसको हैरेसमेंट करते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग इग्नोर कर देते हैं कि नहीं चलो बेटे की गलती होगी या फिर कुछ भी करके। हमने कई बार सोचा कि चलो स्कूल में जाके बात करते हैं, लेकिन जब भी हम पीटीएम में आते हैं पेरेंट टीचर्स हमें ऑलरेडी पहले ही बच्चे की कंप्लेंट शुरू कर देते हैं, बेटा ये है, बेटा वो करता है, टॉकेटिव है, शैतानियां करता है, ऐसे करता है। तो हम लोग सोचे चलो हमारा बेटा गलत होगा, लेकिन आज जब कल हमने ये सुना तो मैम उसके बाद हमें ये लगता है कि नहीं, हमें पेरेंट्स की भी गलती है कि हम लोग अपने बच्चों को सीरियस नहीं लेते। हम ये सोचते हैं कि नहीं हमारा बेटा इतने हाई स्टैंडर्ड स्कूल में पढ़ रहा है तो शायद मे बी ही इज रॉन्ग। लेकिन आई थिंक कि हमें पेरेंट्स को इस चीज को सीरियस लेना चाहिए कि हमारा बच्चा जो बोल रहा है कि वो सच भी हो सकता है।
Of course, we'll continue to track this very closely as well. With that, we're slipping into a short break. Don't go anywhere. News and updates will continue on the other side on CNN News 18. Tune right back in.
Their achievement earned global accolades. But who among these stalwarts will emerge invincible? And the nominations for the Indian of the Year 2025 Global Indian are Payal Kapadia, Leena Nair, Manish Malhotra, Hanuman Kind, Vijay Kumar. Who will be the Global Indian of the Year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18. This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
All right, of course, on CNN News 18, we are tracking Anmol Bishnoi's return. He is the wanted gangster who will arrive at the IGI airport. He's expected to arrive at around 10 a.m. and from there, as we were speaking to Anuma earlier as well, expected to straight away be taken to court. We are tracking his return. We're tracking all sorts of movements that are going to be happening, transfers and interrogations that are to follow as well. For more on this, we have Anshul live with us. Anshul, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is what we are hearing right now, that he's been removed from the United States. He's expected to arrive at IGI at around in about 45 minutes from now. What can you tell us?
Well, yes, Anmol Bishnoi, along with other illegal immigrants in the United States, have been deported from the United States, and it is expected that the flight will land over here in India at approximately 10 a.m. Then the immigration processes will happen, and by 11 a.m. it is expected that the NIA will actually go ahead and formally arrest him. Post that, he will be taken to a hospital where the initial medical checkup or the medical legal certificate would be made, and then eventually he will be produced in front of the Patiala House Court, where the NIA will seek further custody of Anmol Bishnoi, because remember, there are several cases that are being investigated against Anmol Bishnoi. One of the cases that is being investigated is by the NIA of the larger terror nexus that had come up, and how these gangsters who were operating from across the border were actually involved in carrying out several criminal activities out here, specifically in North India and also in parts of Mumbai. But there is definitely a competition between agencies at this point in time, because all of these agencies want to go ahead and interrogate Anmol Bishnoi, be it the Punjab police, be it the Delhi police, be it the Rajasthan police, or for that matter Mumbai police as well, whereas central agencies such as the NIA are all waiting hands on to just get access to Anmol Bishnoi, because he is one of the key links that needs to be interrogated before any sort of a complete investigation could happen. He has been involved in ordering the killing of Sidhu Moosewala. He has been involved in demanding ransom from various businessmen out here in the national capital. He has also been involved in the killing of Baba Siddiqui and the shooting that happened outside the residence of Salman Khan as well. So definitely there are several cases that are being investigated by multiple agencies, and as soon as Anmol Bishnoi will land over here, definitely there is going to be this race amongst agencies to get his custody and to interrogate him further. But definitely as good luck that he is being deported from the United States and he is being handed over back to India. Definitely a lot of investigations are going to be done, and definitely a lot of cases are going to be solved once Anmol Bishnoi lands over here in the national capital within the next few minutes.
Right. Arunima, Anshul has mentioned a few pertinent points here. Of course, we're going to talk about the interstate transfers and interrogations as well, but we are going to see a focus on specific cases, of course, Baba Siddiqui, Sidhu Moosewala, Salman Khan firing as well. However, there, of course, will be a concerted effort to map out this entire network and its finances as well.
So there is a gangsters FIR that NIA was probing, in which Anmol Bishnoi, Lawrence Bishnoi, all their other associates have been named. So the entire gangster terror network in Punjab has been investigated by the National Investigation Agency. The charge sheet has been filed in this case, which dates back to 2022. And Anmol Bishnoi's custody, once taken by NIA, will focus on this particular FIR, this particular investigation itself. If you go by the other big man who was brought into NIA's custody from the United States, accused of terrorism, accused of a high-profile case like 2611, Tawahur Rana. So in that case also, Mumbai police wanted to question Tawahur Rana, and it was given a chance to question Tawahur Rana while he was still broadly in NIA's custody. So a similar pattern could be followed here as well. Well, NIA keeps the broad custody of Anmol Bishnoi, traveling with him from one...
leading industries to building empires, only one titan will emerge as the invincible icon. And the nominations in business are Falguni Nayar, Albinder Dhensa, Rajesh Jejurikar, Roshni Nadar Malhotra, Baba Kalyani. Who will be the business person of the year? RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents CNN News 18 Indian of the Year 2025.
Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome. It's the big NDA mega show of strength. It's a landslide victory for the BJP-led NDA in Bihar. Nitish Kumar set to take oath for a record 10th time. 19 years in office, 10th time he's going to take oath. He is in the list of one of the top 10 longest serving chief ministers of our country. Will he beat the records of the others ahead of him in the years to come? We have to wait and watch. But the oath-taking ceremony is scheduled at Patna's historic Gandhi Maidan, where up to 20 ministers are expected to be sworn in alongside the chief minister. Samrat Chaudhary and Vijay Sinha are likely to retain their deputy chief minister's post, so signaling continuity at the top leadership, although there may be an influx of some fresh faces who've toiled hard through this election campaign to help the NDA return a record mandate. Now, top NDA ministers will attend the ceremony, beg your pardon, in a mega show of strength, right from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's scheduled to touch down around 11:15 a.m., and also union ministers and chief ministers of several NDA ruled states who are going to be present there. Payal Mehta, Arun Dhanta covering this. We'll also go across to our colleagues from News 18 Bihar who are at the Gandhi Maidan to get us an update of the crowds that is expected there. What are the kind of arrangements, and is it perhaps the grandest ever oath-taking ceremony that Bihar has witnessed? But Payal, how many others are going to now take oath today? Is it 19, 20, and what's the overall construct?
We're given to understand that 20 plus people will be taking oath today. This is first, of the swearing in, although the total strength of the Bihar government, including the chief minister, can be 36. But obviously, they're going to hold back some posts to make sure that they are able to accommodate the others, little later as well. A lot of people getting a look in as far as the BJP is really concerned, Anand. Continuity is the word. Vijay Sinha comes back, Samrat Chaudhary comes back, Nitin Nabeen comes back, Mangal Pandey comes back. Mangal Pandey has contested the election for the first time in his political career. So that's something which the BJP has made it very, very clear that they want continuity at that level. Samrat Chaudhary gets a look in, despite the fact that multiple people thought probably he won't be given a repeat term, but he's the leader of the legislative party. So a lot at stake as far as that is concerned. And look at how interesting the Bihar equation really is. Chirag Parsan's party is a party of Dalits, a party of the backwards, but who's getting a look in from his party? It's a Brahman candidate.
Interesting. So the caste lines, are they blurring? We'll try and get you the math and arithmetic of how these cabinet berths for each party have been calculated. We'll get that on the wall in a bit. But quickly to Arun Dhanta, a reason why they have decided to retain a certain level of continuity at the top, although Nitish was going to be the chief minister, the BJP continuing to back Samrat Chaudhary and Vijay Sinha.
Well, that's right, Anand. We are learning from our sources that this cabinet is going to be a mix of senior ministers, young faces, and also women. And therefore, you see that the likes of Samrat Chaudhary, Vijay Sinha, they will be retaining their posts. Nitin Nabeen, youngest face of the BJP, Caste, he's also going to retain. Mangal Pandey, of course, a senior leader of the BJP, though he contested assembly election for the first time. So these 5-6 people will be retained. Along with that, we're also given to understand that Shreyasi Singh, a second-time MLA from Jamui, a gold medalist in the Commonwealth game in shooting, she's going to be part of the Nitish Kumar's cabinet. She's got the call. She will be taking the oath in Gandhi Maidan. Rama Nishad, first-time MLA from Auria, she's also going to be inducted in the cabinet. So you already have two women in part of the cabinet. Last time around, Anand, remember that there was only one minister, Renu Devi, in the NDA's cabinet from the BJP's quota. But this time around, the kind of support which NDA has got from Ravin, therefore you are seeing this larger representation. And also, importantly, of course, Anand, when we talk about the younger faces, the new faces in the cabinet, the sense in the BJP is that these are people who have literally toiled hard on the ground, and therefore they will be rewarded in this cabinet, as we are already seeing the likes of Sanjay Tiger. He is also going to be first time in the cabinet. Shreshi Singh, Raman Nishad. So these are new faces which will be part of in the Nitish Kumar's
So
cabinet.
even as the top leadership remains the same, Payal, Rashid Kidwai, Arun Anand, Nistula Hebar, good morning. Just coming across to you after a quick chat with Payal on the fact that the BJP now gets the CP speaker's place. Prem Kumar, perhaps 9-time MLA from Gaya town, he's the one who's going to be speaker. That is a significant shift because the JDU also wanted the speaker to be from their party.
But you know, hats off to the way in which the coordination has really gone as far as this election is concerned, right from the fact that they started a joint campaigning months ago before the election to now when you're looking at the cabinet, but there's not been any infighting as such that we've really witnessed as well. So obviously the JDU also wanted the speaker's position, but they've settled for the fact that the BJP wants the speaker's position, so BJP has got it. There was a lot of hanging that was being done by Chirag Paswan, for example. He wanted a deputy CM position. That's something which he's not getting as well. But there's no bad blood. Everybody's been accommodated. The formula has been very simple. Jitni abadi, utna adhikar. Essentially, if you have how many MLAs you have, on the basis of that, you will get the positions as well. BJP, no doubt, Anand will in a way, even if it flexes its muscles, it can because they are the single largest party. They have more numbers than anybody else. But just like last time around, even when the JDU had very less numbers, you had seen that he was Nitish Kumar was made the chief minister. This time around, it's a different game altogether. Nitish Kumar has been the overarching figure as far as the Bihar elections are really concerned. They're going with that, and JDU and BJP have been able to strike an absolute chord, and the JDU has clarified it from day one that we have an alliance with the BJP. The BJP further has an alliance with Chirag Paswan's party, with Upendra Kushwaha's party and with HAM as well. Right. So there's no bad blood is what we are given to understand.
Right, and somewhere Chirag Paswan, Nitish Kumar also seem to have perhaps settled their issues, and Chirag Paswan very respectful to Nitish Kumar, but there is also a certain level of distance that's being maintained. Chirag Paswan also saying this term he is not going to get active in Bihar the next 5 years, but after that 2029 he is going to get very, very active in Bihar, and he is going to stake claim for becoming Bihar's next chief minister beyond Nitish Kumar. Is this Nitish Kumar's last term? Many questions, but we'd also first tell you the arithmetic. Rashid Kidwai and Arun Anand and Nistula Hebar, as you weigh in, just let's look at the arithmetic. So the BJP won 89 seats, so that's why it is 15 to 16 cabinet berths. So it is what, a six MLAs per each cabinet berth is a weight of 6 MLAs. So it's a ratio of 6. So that's why 15 or 16. The JDU won again 85. So their number is 14 plus the CM's post that goes to them. LJP won 19. So they get 3 to 4. And total seats won by Ham is 5. So they get 1 berth. Although they don't, they're short of the 6 number and they don't make up the overall average weight. Seats won by the RLM, again 4, so they get not more than 1 berth. So this metric seems to work for the BJP and for the alliance. They seem to have divided the total number of seats and a base of 6, and then we'll fight on the cabinet berths. And the single largest party also gets to see its candidate as the Speaker of the House. Rashid Kidwai will also try and break down the caste breakup of the candidates or those who are getting cabinet berths. So all castes seem to have been accommodated there, including community, because there is a Muslim leader who is part of the cabinet from the JDU. Rashid Kidwai.
Or the, so to say, social combination has been kept in mind. The BJP and of course the entire NDA is not, taken in by the kind of, massive mandate it got. So it is trying to keep that social, balance intact, and there is a sort of accommodation of all caste and combinations that are very significant. Remember, they're going to be election in Uttar Pradesh in less than 2 years' time, and of course Bihar's political dynamics will play a role. I think, Anand, the overall big point about NDA is the happy Sukhi Parivar. So they don't want to give out a signal that because the BJP is very strong or it has performed very well, so it will dominate. The post of a speaker was with the BJP, but the speaker's post is significant because of the kind of politics we have seen in Bihar. So in any unlike likely eventuality, the speaker will play a very key role. But I think there was no big tough war behind the scene, etc. And this speaks a lot about success of NDA. I think this NDA is very different from Bajpayee's NDA or UPA, where you would see the constantly, there was a bikering among the constituents, particularly the smaller constituents, and there was a lot of pull pressure. I think from position of strength, Mr. Modi and Amit Shah gave a lot of attention. We saw it in Maharashtra government formation. A lot of time was taken in the sense when the change of guard took place from Shinde to Devendra Fadnavis. So this kind of effort and energy, I think that is something, it's a very kind of thing, a sort of example for the opposition to, come together and try to do something better.
That is Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's EV. That is the one that's making its way out, maybe heading towards Gandhi Maidan. There was also this important meeting that was being called by Amit Shah, who has reached early. Payal, could you weigh in on that quickly before I bring in Arun Anand and also Nistula Hebar? So on the one hand, you have the Indi bloc withering away, the Congress breaking away. They're going to fight elections separately. On the other hand, perhaps the BJP showing this is how you manage allies. This is how you work with allies together and win together while fighting together. But what's this whole important meeting about that was supposed to start at around 10:30, right? What was this meeting about?
Well, that's going to be the final meeting that gives in the touch as far as the oath taking is concerned. Just before an hour before that oath taking really happens as well. They want to make sure that everybody understands where this is going and how it is really going as well. Because remember, by 10:30 a.m. they would have definitely sent that list to the governor's house. So informing everybody has been the key. Amit Shah, in fact, reached Patna late last night. Anand, around 11 o'clock or something, he reached. And after that also he had a long round of meeting with multiple leaders, is what we are given to understand. The BJP and the NDA planned this very, very well. Even in the run-up to the elections, the BJP did understand that probably there could be faces who could be angry with what's been happening as well. So Dharmendra Pradhan was keyed in as well. The BJP had a man-to-man marking for everybody as well. If there is anybody naraz, unko kaise manana, we do not want dirty linen to be washed in public, obviously, because it's a big party, aspirations are also big. So all of this is being done. And Amit Shah is the force behind the entire entire BJP network as far as this Bihar election is really concerned. A lot of credit will have to go to him, the way he's been able to marshal the resources, the way he's been able to coordinate with all the alliances as well. We just saw the meeting that the JDU leaders had with Amit Shah, not just on one but two occasions in the national capital a couple of days ago. Of course, the smaller alliance partners met Dharmendra Pradhan and met Vinod Tavre. So all was sorted out. It's just probably a last minute meeting that you're really having over here.
Right. These are pictures coming in from Gandhi Maidan. A little bit of a foggy winter morning even in Patna. So it's not just smog only around the Delhi and Delhi NCR. That's Chandrababu Naidu arriving at the airport. So one by one, all the NDA leaders are arriving. We did see Gujarat Chief Minister also arrive a short while ago. We will have Eknath Shinde and also Devendra Fadnavis arriving there. So the NDA leaders, a lot of the chief ministers of various states are also arriving there, Payal. This is again to show a show of unity and also strength, and Bihar is a huge victory, so which they would want to celebrate.
Anand, the way you compared the way the India bloc was really going and look at the way the BJP and the NDA were really going. Not just this, they had multiple leaders within the NDA come out and even campaign. Eknath Shinde did 2 rallies for Chirag Paswan's candidate who was all set to become a minister today. He did 2 rallies with them. Anupriya Patel came there. She did a press conference in Patna. Nara Lokesh came here. He interacted with the trader community and did a press conference as well. It's been a united show of strength as well. So, chief ministers from the northeast, for example, Nephew Riya is one of the most senior chief ministers. He's there. He's there. Devendra Fadnavis, Ajit Pawar, Eknath Shinde have all reached Patna late last night as well. So it's a huge show of strength as far as the NDA is really concerned. The loud message being that, for many naysayers who thought that this alliance won't last for very long, this is the example that they really want to show. So that's the big show of strength that you're expected to see in some time from now. And it'll be interesting to see if they have any meeting with the Prime Minister.
Yogi Adityanath has come. There is Keshav Prasad Maurya also. Is he also there behind? Brajesh Pitak. These are some of the, from some time ago. Nistula Hebar, your thoughts on the NDA? Are they also moving on, not just looking at the oath taking here, but they will be talking about the municipal elections in Maharashtra. That's the next big challenge, including Mumbai and Thane. Eknath Shinde making a call that we should all fight together, distribute our seats and together, while the Indi bloc says we are going to fight it alone.
Well,
Nitish Kumar reaching the Maurya Hotel. Those are the pictures. But yes, please, Nistula, continue.
Well, the Maharashtra local body polls are extremely important because the NDA kind of looks at it as the last nail in the coffin of the UBT Shiv Sena, because for many years that has been the source of strength and resources for the Shiv Sena, holding power in the richest local body in India, the BMC, has been, the base on which the Shiv Sena kind of runs its politics. And therefore, they are extremely focused on that election. It's not going to be like any other local body election. And in fact, in other local bodies, the NDA has been fairly laissez-faire, saying that whoever wants to fight with anybody in any equation, that's fine with us. But in BMC and a couple of others, which are extremely important, we need to be together. Now, going to the event at hand, which is the swearing-in ceremony for Nitish Kumar for the 10th time, which is a record-breaking 10th this thing. Both parties, the both bigger parties, have done extremely well. There is a sense of kind of maintaining a status quo till events catch up with you. I have a very strong feeling with regard to this swearing-in ceremony. Therefore, you will see that Nitish Kumar and his two deputy chief ministers have not been tampered with. Both of them, both the deputy chief ministers, one is Samrat Chaudhary representing the Love Kush combination of non-Yadav OBCs, and Vijay Sinha is Bhumihar, the upper caste, very strong support base for the BJP. So all of this has been maintained because I think the NDA on the question of Nitish Kumar and continuing and whether BJP will ever get a chief minister of its own, that question has been, that can has been kicked down the road. So now what you are seeing is a reflection, the immediate reflection of the verdict that came, that is, this is Nitish Kumar's mandate, his last election, his voters came out in strength, and also on the basis of governance that was provided by his government as chief minister, that, he is taking over as chief minister again.
A lot of the Bhojpuri superstars who had shifted base to Delhi have now moved back to Patna, at least for the oath taking. That's what we see. Manoj Tiwari there. And this is the signature greeting of the gamcha being twirled over the head, which was witnessed even in Tamil Nadu yesterday, and the Prime Minister making a reference. Now, that is Nitish Kumar there. Nitish Kumar is at Gandhi Maidan. He's reached the stage. He's on stage along with all the other leaders. Do we see Samrat Chaudhary, Vijay Sinha, also members of the BJP also there on stage? But Nitish Kumar first making a grand entry. Huge round of applauses for him. We'll try and go across to Shailendra, our News 18 Bihar reporter, who's also who's there. Nephew Rio is also present there. So there all are. Samrat Chaudhary is standing there. So are all the other leaders of the BJP. Yeah, you're spotting a lot of people, Payal. Yeah.
You can see Nephew Rio right there. You can see Nayab Saini, Haryana Chief Minister. But the man who deserves a lot of credit as far as Nitish Kumar's campaign is really concerned is the person right next to him. Sanjay Jha has stood by him through everything, in the last many years. And with the fact that he's always flanked by Nitish Kumar wherever he goes.
So these are people who are present, who have also worked very hard. And it's a grand entry for him. But now he's going to go backstage. Now, they're going to go backstage. Are they going to have a conversation? Also, a quick word on Dharmendra Pradhan. Arun Anand, this is where perhaps the BJP has been able to show that they can work together in unison, understand the realities on life, and there is a recalibration. Somewhere has the voter also perhaps adjusted for what happened in Lok Sabha 2024? Along with the party and, of course, the entire machinery readjusting their campaign and what they will need to do on ground from Lok Sabha 2024?
Yeah, Anand, over the last 4 state assembly elections, like in Delhi, Maharashtra, Haryana, and now Bihar, I see the same kind of conversation which happens, amongst the analysts. That that BJP does man-to-man marking, BJP does tremendous booth level management, BJP gets down its whole barrage of leaders, battery of leaders down. See, they have been doing it since 2014, but what is the difference which has come after June 2024? There are 2 or 3 things which have happened. One, that BJP has made a very fine and very nuanced move from being aggressive to being assertive. So that has given a lot of comfort factor to its allies. Second, what they have done is that they have given greater say to the state level leadership, and the state level leadership is in turn giving a greater say to the grassroots level leadership. So they are more connected to the ground. It's not like what had happened in Lok Sabha. The ticket distribution had become an issue because there was a concern that a lot of people have been imposed from the top. So BJP has done a course correction, and also it is not going to get indulged in any, kind of adventure anymore.
Right.
Not overtly aggressive. So being assertive, and also it is not only more accommodative about its allies, about its own leaders at the grassroots level, but it is seen as they are making a conscious effort to be seen as accommodative. So that is the difference which has, that is what which has made the difference. The rest of the template remains same.
Right. Shailendra from News 18 Patna Bihar has actually spoken with Dilip Jaiswal. We'll play out that conversation and also try and connect with Ravi Asthana, who's at the Gandhi Maidan, and get you the feel on ground. Women at the front, this Mahila Yuva combination, the MY being redefined. That's another case study, another talking point this election. But quick check of some of the challenges, key challenges before Nitish Kumar and the BJP, his deputies from the BJP. One is creating this 1 crore jobs and reversing large-scale migration. Bihari ko bahar nahi jana payega. This whole aspect they have to live up to. How are they going to create these 1 crore jobs? They said both in the private and public sector they're going to do it. They'll have to also turn Bihar into a manufacturing hub. Predominantly, traditionally, manufacturing has not happened in Bihar despite it being rich in resources, mineral and of course manpower. It's been a supply entity to other states, even with respect to human quotient or labor quotient. From its current 5% workforce share, they need to really improve it. Improving the quality of education for Bihar's youth, reducing the school dropout rates, particularly beyond middle school, raising Bihar's per capita income, which is one of the lowest across the country. And it is way below the national average too. Strengthening law and order and also tackling rise in the crime rate, delivering on guarantees of free ration, health cover, and of course other social welfare and social welfare means or which need to be reached out to the people to improve their entire quality of life and standard of life. Boosting infrastructure development. There is a lot that's happened, but there is so much more that needs to happen in Bihar. And restoring administrative efficiency to execute big schemes. Managing 3.6 lakh crore state debt while funding all the poll promises. So you're going to help all the Didis, you're going to put that money to create entrepreneurship. 1.5 crore women have been promised a certain amount. 10,000 has happened. The remaining 90,000 has to be paid out. How are those payouts going to happen when you have such a mounting huge debt for the state? There are many challenges, and of course, most importantly, you have to ensure a secure environment. So law and order cannot crumble. It has to only go up, and Bihar has to become one of the safest states in the country if that needs to be, if the Bihar success story needs to be spoken about. The next 5 years, they have to run at a galloping speed. Ravi Asthana joining us from Gandhi Maidan. Ravi, namaste. Good morning. How is it around you? Mahilaएं बड़े number पे हैं. They are in big numbers at the Gandhi Maidan. Whereabouts are you?
जी बिल्कुल, और महिलाओं का जोश जिस तरीके से यहाँ पे मतदान के दौरान दिखा था, वही जोश जो है वो गांधी मैदान में दिखाई पड़ रहा है। सुबह से आपको बता दें कि सुबह 7 बजे से तमाम महिलाएं जो हैं वो जत्थे में गांधी मैदान पहुँच रही हैं और बड़े संख्या में जिस ढंग से मतदान में उनकी भागीदारी थी, और ये प्रचंड जो बहुमत आया है, माना जा रहा है कि जो यूथ और जो महिलाओं की भागीदारी है उसकी वजह से है। और यही कारण है कि आज बड़े संख्या में जीविका दीदी हो या फिर आम महिलाएं हो, इस पूरे आज शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में शामिल होने के लिए पहुंची हैं। और माना जा रहा है कि इस बार का जो प्रचंड बहुमत है और नई सरकार के गठन और सरकार में जिस ढंग से तमाम जो बातें पहले रखी जा रही थी चुनाव के दौरान, पलायन के मुद्दे हों या फिर महिला सशक्तिकरण के मुद्दे हों, तमाम चीज़ों पे जो है इस बार ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम होगा। और इन पोस्टरों के ज़रिए भी आप देख सकते हैं जो पटना में बड़े बड़े होर्डिंग्स जो लगाए गए हैं, उसमें एक बात की साफ झलक मिलती है, बिहार की जनता का आभार, अब बनेगा विकसित बिहार। यहाँ पे रफ्तार पकड़ चुका है बिहार। कोशिश इस बात की जा रही है कि यहाँ पे तमाम जो कमियां रह गई हैं जो विकास के लिए वो पूरा हो। कितना
अद्भुत नज़ारा है सर, अद्भुत नज़ारा है। नियति विकास की जीत है ये, और चारों बगल एकदम जो है धर्म का माहौल और अद्भुत कार्यक्रम हो रहा है।
क्या लग रहा है कि अब जो बिहार जो है विकास की नई रफ्तार पकड़ेगा?
बिल्कुल पकड़ चुका है बिहार विकास का रफ्तार, तमाम धर्म जाति से उठ के इस बार जो है लोगों ने वोट किया, विकास के नाम पे वोट किया। अल्पसंख्यक समाज के भी सारे लोग आए हैं, हम अल्पसंख्यक समाज से आए हैं। मेरा नाम मोहम्मद कमरुज्जमान अंसारी है।
100% बिलीव है, जो 25% काम रह गया है इस बार 100% 10 पूरा होगा, क्योंकि नवयुवकों का ये जुबानी है।
जो काम बच गया है, इनका कहना है कि वो काम जो है अब पूरा होगा।
So Ravi Asthana, they are saying whatever is left, रफ्तार पकड़ चुका है बिहार, and they have to run at a very, very fast pace. And Payal, these commitments are not easy to match. A 3.6 lakh crore debt Bihar has, and the doles that have been promised, let's not call them doles, the benefits that have been promised, the opportunities that have been promised, and even if and the infrastructural push, most importantly, attracting investment and turning Bihar into a manufacturing hub. These are all huge challenges for this current government, and they have only 5 years to prove this, because if they want to return a mandate, it has to be on the Viksit Bihar platform.
You know, nobody in the NDA is telling you that this change will happen overnight, or they'll turn, you know, Patna into Rome overnight as well. They understand that it is a problem which has been there for decades together. It has to be calibrated, and ecosystem has to be prepared. So every time that you ask any NDA leader as to when they'll be bringing in, you know, a big setups, when will they bring in big big people to come in and invest in Bihar, they say that an ecosystem has to be prepared. From the fact that Bihar is was still reeling under Jungle Raj till quite a few years ago, to coming in now, looking at the path of development. Patna now as a metro, infrastructure development has taken shape as well, but that's not going to happen overnight. There has to be a proper ecosystem which has to be put into place, because law and order is going to be an extremely important issue. Job security is going to be an extremely important issue. And you know, the BJP and in the NDA often has been asked that, you know, you've also bitten the bullet. You've also made sure that you're also doling out freebies now. Earlier you were criticizing other governments. But the stand of the NDA has been very simple, Anand, that they have made sure that a certain percentage of the state's budget does not cross when it comes to distributing, you know, those that they have to really do that. So that's something, and they say that there's been no discrimination as far as this is really concerned, but challenges are aplenty. That's the reason every time that they went on ground, they put two things forward, that there will be no impact of Jungle Raj anymore. And with Prime Minister Modi sitting there in the center and Nitish Kumar as the Chief Minister here, Bihar is going to be on the path of development. Double engine government is something Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government have been promising from the first time
double engine government's delivery has to be seen. That is what it is. We just saw pictures of Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta arriving a short while ago, but their inability to tackle the pollution issue in Delhi is a question everybody is asking, and somewhere it will also reflect on the Prime Minister, because he is putting his weight behind these leaders and ministers that they will deliver. And that is going to be a concern, Arunanand, that the government, successive governments will have to start walking the talk, because there is the Modi ki guarantee behind all the promises. And if that Modi ki guarantee is not being seen delivering, then there could be a negative rub-off on the Prime Minister also.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, the voters had given a scare to the BJP in 2024. So that was a signal that the voter is ruthless now. You know, the clearer mandate they give you, you know, the more is the expectation. And now because of, you know, this boom of social media and everything, so everything, you know, comes out in the open now. You know, the AQI numbers in Delhi, as you rightly said, so they are all over there, and there doesn't seem to be too much of an effort, I would say, you know, to tackle, you know, this. Of course, they did a great job, you know, when on Chhat regarding Yamuna. But as I said, you know, the voter is now relentlessly pursuing this thing that, okay, you have delivered one thing, now I want the next thing, now I want the next thing. So you cannot, you know, take a breather and say, okay, I have done this thing and I'll do this thing in the next term. And also Nitish Kumar getting the kind of mandate which the voters have given to Nitish Kumar and BJP. So now they will not accept any excuse. Any excuse.
That is true. And I think there are a lot of people within Delhi NCR asking this question. What is this government doing? They've got a mandate, and what is this government doing about pollution? They promised they will tackle it. They don't seem to be able to tackle it. Now that's the question that will be expected. And the Prime Minister has acknowledged this, saying that हमसे expectation है क्योंकि हम वादा करते हैं, हम करके दिखाते हैं, और हम करें, हम है तो मुमकिन है is a belief. So we'll have to live up to that belief, and that's the challenge. Let's go just going across to Anand, who is joining us from Gandhi Maidan. Anand, namaste. कैसा माहौल है वहाँ? कितने लोग आए हैं? क्या अब तक का सबसे बड़ा शपथ ग्रहण समारोह है बिहार का?
बिल्कुल, देखिए बिल्कुल, देखिए आनंद सर, बिल्कुल आपने सही कहा, लेकिन सबसे पहले हम आपको तस्वीर दिखा रहे हैं मंच की। और इस वक्त कुछ देर पहले मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार पहुंचे थे और उन्होंने भी मंच का जायजा लिया था। और इस वक्त मंच पे हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा जो आसाम के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, जो भी एनडीए शासित राज्य है वहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री यहाँ पर पहुँच गए हैं। और कुछ देर के बाद यहाँ पे आपको प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी भी दिखेंगे। अब से कुछ देर पहले नीतीश कुमार होटल मौर्य गए थे जहाँ पे अमित शाह ठहरे हुए थे, और उसके बाद नीतीश कुमार गांधी मैदान पे पहुंचे। सैनी भी हैं जो हरियाणा के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, वो भी यहाँ पर पहुंचे हुए हैं। तो जितने भी एनडीए शासित राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, सब लोग यहाँ पे मंच पर पहुंच चुके हैं। और अब से कुछ देर पहले चंद्रबाबू नायडू भी पटना पहुंच गए, योगी आदित्यनाथ भी पटना पहुंच गए। तो जो भी वीआईपी गेस्ट है वो यहाँ पर लगभग पहुंच चुके हैं। और ये इसके सामने अब जो मंच है उसकी तस्वीर आप देख रहे हैं। और इसके पहले आपको हम पीछे गांधी मैदान की भीड़ की तस्वीर दिखा दे रहा है। मनीष जरा भीड़ दिखाइए। तो देखिए ये बहुत जबरदस्त है। आपसे कुछ देर पहले मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार के बेटे निशांत भी यहाँ पर पहुंचे हैं, उन्होंने भी आज के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद दिया। बिहार अमित शाह, इस वक्त हम आपको तस्वीर दिखा रहे हैं, अमित शाह मंच पे पहुंच गए। सबसे पहले वो तस्वीर हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं
जी। अमित शाह मंच पे
पहुंच गए हैं जी। नड्डा, बिल्कुल जेपी नड्डा भी पहुंच गए हैं। और तमाम जो वीआईपी है वो धीरे धीरे यहाँ पर पहुंचने लगे। और कुछ देर के बाद आपको प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी भी दिखेंगे। 11:30 का वक्त है जब शपथ ग्रहण समारोह शुरू हो गई। और उसके बाद नीतीश कुमार एक बार 10वीं बार लगातार मुख्यमंत्री के कुर्सी पर बैठेंगे। और जाहिर तौर पे बिहार के लिए भी बहुत बड़ा पल है, एनडीए के लिए भी बहुत बड़ा पल है। और यही वजह है कि देखिए अमित शाह, जिन्हें भारतीय राजनीति का चाणक्य कहा जाता है, इस वक्त हाथ हिलाकर लोगों का अभिवादन करते हुए। और हम लोगों ने देखा अमित शाह, जेपी नड्डा भी इस वक्त आपको नजर आ रहे होंगे। और अमित शाह कल ही देर शाम पटना पहुंच चुके थे। तो आज का दिन एनडीए के लिए बेहद खास है। एनडीए एक बड़ा मैसेज देने की तैयारी में है यहाँ पे गांधी मैदान से। आपको याद होगा कि जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी एक चुनावी सभा को संबोधित कर रहे थे तो उन्होंने कहा था कि गंगा बिहार से होकर बंगाल गुजरती है। तो शायद एक बड़ा मैसेज देने की तैयारी आज इस मंच से किया जाए, इससे इनकार नहीं कर सकते।
पर अमूमन ये देखा जाता है आनंद की प्रधानमंत्री शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में बोलते नहीं है, लेकिन एक चीज है कि यहाँ पर सब कुछ टाइम से चल रहा है, कुछ आराम से नहीं हो रहा है। कि अगर कहा जा रहा है कि 11 बजे तक सारे गणमान्य ऊपर पहुंच जाएंगे, मंच पर उपस्थित हो जाएंगे, प्रधानमंत्री 11:15 बजे टचडाउन होंगे, तो कहीं ना कहीं उसी तरह ये घड़ी की सुई के साथ साथ पूरा कार्यक्रम भी वैसा ही चलता हुआ दिख रहा है एकदम समय पर। मंच पर जितने भी वरिष्ठ हैं, अलग अलग राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, जिन्होंने चुनाव में बहुत काम किया, ऐसे नेता हैं, केंद्रीय मंत्री हैं, अजीत पवार भी वहाँ दिख रहे हैं। देखिए अगली हरकत, अगली शिरकत जो होगी वो महाराष्ट्र की तरफ होगी, जहाँ म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन के इलेक्शंस काफ़ी दिनों से लंबित हैं, तो उन पर काम होगा। विनोद तावड़े दिख रहे हैं। ऑल दीज लीडर्स पहुँचे। आनंद, एक बात बताइए ज़रा, वहाँ पर जितनी जनसंख्या मौजूद है उन पर ज़रा फोकस कर सकते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए? आप बताइए, क्या वहाँ पर महिलाएं पहुंची हैं?
बिल्कुल
युवा पहुंचे हैं?
बिल्कुल मनीष हाथ से दिखाइए, पीछे के विजुअल दिखाइए। देखिए सिर्फ युवा नहीं, बड़ी संख्या में महिलाएं दिखी हैं। अभी आपको तस्वीर नजर आएगी। और कुछ देर पहले हम लोगों ने पवन सिंह को गाते हुए सुना, और यहाँ पे जो महिलाएं झूमते नजर, देखिए महिलाएं भी आपको नजर आ रही होंगी। और जो युवा हैं, महिलाएं बड़ी संख्या में यहाँ पर पहुंचे हुए हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि गांधी मैदान में बहुत दिलचस्प तस्वीर नजर आ रही है। सुबह लगभग 9 बजे से ही धीरे लोगों का आने का सिलसिला शुरू हो गया था, लेकिन इस वक्त जो आप तस्वीर देख रहे हैं, एनडीए के लोगों का आकलन है कि लगभग 1 लाख से ज्यादा लोग इस मौके पे पहुंचेंगे। शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में 1 लाख से ज्यादा लोगों का आना ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो जाता है। और शायद एनडीए भी इस पल को यादगार बनाना चाहता है कि भाई जो शानदार सफलता मिली है, 200 से ज्यादा सीटें आना किसी भी गठबंधन के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है। और शायद उसी को देखते हुए ग्रैंड तैयारी एनडीए की तरफ से की गई। और जिसकी तस्वीर इस वक्त आप देख सकते हैं, बड़ी संख्या में जो लोग पहुंचे हैं, युवा हो, महिलाएं हो, उनकी भागीदारी बहुत जबरदस्त दिख रही है। और इस बार के चुनाव में जिस तरीके से महिलाओं ने बढ़ चढ़कर वोटिंग किया और महिलाओं का वोटिंग परसेंटेज भी बढ़ा, उसकी तस्वीर इस वक्त शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में भी देखने को मिल रही है, जिसकी तस्वीर हम आपको लगातार दिखा रहे हैं। और बड़ी संख्या में लोगों का आने का सिलसिला अभी भी जारी है। सबसे बड़ी बात है कि
खिलकर खुलकर हंसते हुए दिख रहे हैं अमित भाई शाह। वो ये चेहरा इतना हंसता हुआ अमूमन इतनी जल्दी दिखता नहीं है। They seem to be very, very happy and comfortable. He's also seemed to be trying to understand what is going to happen, and trying to be in the thick of things. JP Nadda is sitting right next to him, but there's another person who's been walking around and trying to pass on instructions and to see what's going on. That's Dharmendra Pradhan. Dharmendra Pradhan, while speaking with us, Payal, that day said his association with Bihar starts from 2005, not just 2012 when he was nominated to the Rajya Sabha from Bihar, but from 2005. Chirag Paswan has also come. He's speaking.
मैं राजनीति का विद्यार्थी भी हूँ और मैं ये सीखने वाली बात है ये सीखने वाली बात है कि 10 बार और लगातार निरंतरता में बीच का थोड़ा समय छोड़ दें तो 2 दशक से आप मुख्यमंत्री हैं और उसके बाद भी प्रदेश की जनता आपको इतना प्यार करती है, ये ज़रूर हम जैसे युवा नेताओं को उनसे सीखने की ज़रूरत है।
एनडीए में आपकी बड़ी भूमिका रही है, अब सरकार में कितनी बड़ी भूमिका होगी और चिराग पासवान अब किस तरह की राजनीति?
एनडीए विकसित बिहार बनाने के लक्ष्य के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा है। मेरे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सोच वाला बिहार, मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी के अनुभव से बिहार फर्स्ट, बिहारी फर्स्ट वाला बिहार बनाने की दिशा में हम लोग अग्रसर हो रहे हैं। तो यकीनन बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है, बड़ी भूमिका है और जवाबदेही है जनता के प्रति, जिसने प्रचंड बहुमत से एनडीए पर अपना विश्वास जताया।
तो चिराग पासवान भी वहां अब नीतीश बाबू की तारीफ कर रहे हैं कि सीखने की आवश्यकता है कि कैसे कोई 10 बार के लिए शपथ ग्रहण कर सकता है और 19 साल से कंटिन्यूसली एक छोटे से इसको छोड़कर मुख्यमंत्री का पद को संभाल सकता है और मुख्यमंत्री बना रह सकता है। सो चिराग पासवान देयर समवेयर, ही वाज द मोस्ट वोकल critic of Nitish Kumar in 2020. Things seem to have come back to a certain level of semblance of decorum between the two, because the BJP is the one managing, the JDU keeping a little bit of a distance, but also Chirag Paswan's indication that he is not going to do anything in the next 5 years, but after that he is going to come back to Bihar and he is going to push and thrust to try and become the next leader of Bihar. Now we'll have to see how things pan out over the next 5 years. Rahul Verma also joins the conversation. Rahul Verma, good morning. What are you looking for in this show of strength? 1 lakh turnout, Gandhi Maidan, big announcement here, and a certain level of continuity at the top, but a lot of new faces to be included in this 20+ member cabinet of Bihar.
Thank you, Anand. This is a historic moment for Nitish Kumar for sure. This is going to be his 5th consecutive term. And given the kind of mandate NDA has received in this election, to me, Bihar has reposed a historic hope in Nitish Kumar. And they would hope that in his, perhaps what could be his last term, Nitish Kumar takes Bihar to new heights. Not only what he has been able to do in last 20 years, but once he sort of like goes in the sunset, he has managed to put Bihar in a different pedestal altogether. Bihar has transformed or changed in last 20-25 years under his chief ministership. But what may be his last tenure, he should realize both the nature of historic mandate, but also the challenges that he's going to face to be able to meet up those expectations. And so naturally, we are going to see slight changes in the ministry, because last time LJP was not part of the coalition and then not part of the government for a very, very long period of time, and they have also done well. So yes, there is going to be changes. Nitish Kumar's party has also got a bigger mandate compared to what they had last time. So yes, there is going to be like inclusion of some new faces. Nitish Kumar perhaps should also realize that like who he brings cabinet will be the future leaders.
Well, Rahul Verma, there's lots happening on the stage. Payal Mehta, Nistula Hebar, are you watching? Are you watching Yogi Adityanath walk by and just say casual namaste to Amit Shah and go and sit there at the corner, and there is a huge roar among the crowds, but he doesn't walk up to the stage, walk up towards the audience and greet them. He just goes down and sits there quietly on his side. But Amit Shah by then has finished his conversation that was going on, gets up to greet all the chief ministers, the other ones, and asks them to move forward and to acknowledge the crowd and to say their greetings and wish the crowd that's turned up in such large numbers. Am I reading too much in those pictures, Payal?
Not really. Of course, the NDA is the host, and therefore, all these people who've come in from far and wide to attend this oath-taking ceremony, Nephew Rio, Conrad Sangma coming in from the northeast, Chandrababu Naidu coming in from the south of India, as well. He's having a conversation as we speak, with Amit Shah. Of course, a lot that, they need in terms of support from the center, but, those pictures were really there for everybody to see. Eknath Shinde was here in the national capital just about yesterday evening. He had a meeting with Amit Shah of how the local equation need to really shape up. He there on the stage along with Devendra Fadnavis met Amit Shah very briefly, and now you can see multiple leaders. The Odisha guys, Harsh Sanghvi, the young deputy CM of Gujarat over here as well. This is possibly his first big stage appearance as well that you really see. and this is the Odisha leadership that you see on the stage as well. So not much to be read into it. Of course, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that if there is one person in the organization whose strength they can really swear by, it has to be Amit Shah, no doubt whatsoever.
True. Nistula Hebar, Yogi Adityanath walks in, says the namaste and goes and sits. He doesn't go to acknowledge the crowd and get the vows, but we could hear the roar as he came up on the dais.
Anand, I'm with you on this. I love watching all these public kind of displays and trying to read the body language because, you know, these things say a lot. There are, of course, issues there, but the big guy in this election for the BJP has been Amit Shah. There is no dispute on that. He stayed in the state for 19 days and there were over 100 rebel candidates which you actually did not hear about because Amit Shah sat there for 3 days. There were a lot of rebel candidates who said कि जब तक अमित शाह हमको नहीं कुछ आश्वासन देंगे हम बैठने वाले नहीं हैं. So then he sat there. And then other people were assigned, Dharmendra Pradhan, Keshav Maurya. One of the reasons why both these people were also put in charge in Bihar was because, as Arun Anand had said, you know, you need to be assertive but not aggressive. So the coordination and also the organizational work. Organizational work is not to go out and make bhashans in the public sphere. It is to sit in the back room, call your own people, sort out, you know, differences that occur when a big event is being organized. You know, somebody needs a car, something has happened, some payment has not reached, somebody has taken umbrage at, you know, somebody not turning up at their place and doing namaste or something. So you have to sit there, sort everything out, saying everybody's issues will be sorted out, but we need to focus on the election, on the big picture, etc. So in this election, the micromanaging and NDA allies coordination, you were talking about Chirag Paswan and Nitish Kumar. Chirag Paswan finally praising Nitish Kumar. But when the BJP went into this election, they knew that the big key for vote transfer in this election was to make sure that the JDU and LJP workers on the ground did coordinate. So there were coordination committees that were set up in mandal levels. I mean, there were meetings that Amit Shah took at mandal levels, which are particularly problematic. You know, some mandals are particularly problematic. And therefore, his sense of ownership on this victory is of course, a big sense of ownership.
Right.
And, you know, he has done a lot of micromanagement and coordination and, in short, really, vote transfer so that all the NDA allies have done well, if you have noticed. They've all hit it out of the park as far as bringing in the seats. LJP requires a slight bit of more of a, encomium in this situation because a lot of the seats that they did fight, they got 29 seats, but a lot of the seats that they did fight were MGB seats where MGB usually wins. So they did snatch seats away.
Yes.
So that was a big achievement.
They returned at a fantastic strike rate compared to what was expected of them. Some thought that 29 seats is perhaps too much, but they returned 19, which is credible enough. Rashid Kidwai is with us in the frame. Amit Shah talking to Chandrababu Naidu very, very actively. Is it about the plans for Andhra Pradesh? There is also now going to be the centre will have to send out a huge package without saying special status to Bihar, but treat it as good as a special status. So these are all things which will now come into play, and it will be Nitish Kumar. Are you also watching the dynamics as we are looking ahead to a slew of elections through 2026 into 2027 when Uttar Pradesh comes in? Till then, you have the municipal body elections, then there is Assam, there is Punjab, there is Tamil Nadu. A lot of states will be going to the polls over the next 18 months to 2 years. Rashid Kidwai, are you there? Oh, he's not. Oh, okay. We'll try and go back to him in a bit. Arun Anand, would you want to weigh in on this? All right. So we've got Rahul Verma, Nistula Hebar and Payal Mehta with us. We'll also try and go across to Anand on ground at Gandhi Maidan to get an update as to what was the reaction of people. Just quickly bringing our viewers through the rise and rise of Nitish Kumar. In 1985, he won the election to the Bihar State Assembly for the first time. 1989, he was elected to the Lok Sabha for the first time from the Barth seat in Bihar. 1990, he took charge as Union Minister of State for Agriculture. 1994, he formed the Samta Party with socialist Neta George Fernandes. In 1996, the Samta Party formed an alliance with the BJP and won 8 Lok Sabha seats. 2000, he took oath as Chief Minister for the first time, resigned on the 7th day itself, then came back in 2005, took oath as a Chief Minister for the second time and completed a full term. 2013, broke a 17-year-old alliance with the BJP and removed 11 BJP ministers. 2014, submitted resignation to governor after poor performance in the Lok Sabha polls. 2015, took oath as Chief Minister for the 4th time and was Chief Minister for nearly 8 months. 2017, resigned as Chief Minister, joined hands with NDA, took oath for the 6th time. 2020, then NDA secured majority, Nitish took oath as CM for the 7th time. Then 2 years later, 2022, he broke the alliance with the BJP. Soon after COVID, took oath as Chief Minister for the 8th time. 2 years later, 2024, broke the alliance with the Mahagathbandhan, joined the NDA, took oath as Chief Minister. 2025, spearheaded one of NDA's biggest wins in the history of Bihar politics. Rahul Verma, this is the last 10 years is when the Palturam has manifested in Nitish Kumar. But now is he settled? Now is it going to be only NDA and not going anywhere? And are these his last 5 years in active politics? Or do you see a change churn in the next 18 months?
Anand, that's very difficult to answer because there's something which I've heard about Nitish Kumar many times that like the kind of politician he is, sometimes Nitish Kumar himself doesn't know what his right hand or left hand is thinking, right? Like his right hand doesn't know what his left hand is doing. Maybe like, and I'm not trying to sort of like defend what he has done in terms of like between 2015 and 2020, where he changed alliances multiple times. But there are two things one needs to keep in mind. One, I think politicians like Nitish Kumar, who does not have a very sort of like a big caste base like other politicians might have, they're in some ways constrained in terms of politics that they can do. Two, I think anyone who has watched Bihar politics for last 10 years would know that basically big parties from both sides, RJD and BJP, tried to cut Nitish Kumar down to size. And in that sense, Nitish Kumar was paltuing, or he got this label as Paltu Kumar, is because he was trying to save himself for his party from the onslaught he faced from both sides. Now, I hope, given the nature of politics, both at the state level and at the center level, he's not pushed into any direction. And he himself, for his own sake, this is his time to basically sort of like rise above that label of Paltu Kumar that he has got. For his sake, he regains the label of Susashan Babu that he has got in first term. And for Bihar's sake, now he basically pushes the pedal and accelerator on development of Bihar. So now that we don't talk about, okay, Bihar's base was low, so whatever growth happened in Bihar, it was, of course, due to governance, but also because of low growth rate. He manages to push Bihar in his last term as a state that developed. And so he regains some sort of like, goodwill and ends perhaps his last term as Bihar's perhaps most formidable statesman that the state has seen.
Wait, I'm going to ask Payal, who's speaking with Dharmendra Pradhan currently? Payal and Dharmendra.
Giriraj Singh, doesn't it? That looks like Giriraj Singh, again, a very, very strong man as far as Bihar's fortunes are concerned, as far as the BJP is concerned. Multiple times MP, minister in the Modi government, ever since its inception from day one. He's currently trying to speak to Amit Shah. And just to weigh in a little while ago, when you were saying that Amit Shah was speaking to Chandrababu Naidu, that could have also been, exchanging congratulatory messages for the excellent work that the Andhra Pradesh police has done as far as Naxal movement is really concerned.
Yes, the two of them have been in the news recently because of what has happened both in Chhattisgarh and also in Andhra Pradesh, where many of the wanted Maoists who had fled and they were hiding, they have now been neutralized. So that's where this conversation happening, and you brought things into perspective. So there are others who are standing behind. There is Samrat Chaudhary sitting there having a conversation. Chandrababu Naidu, JP Nadda, Amit Shah sitting in front.
That's Bhikubhai over there. He's probably the longest serving Gujarati in Bihar.
Longest serving Gujarati in Bihar, Bhikubhai. This chair has been left vacant. Is this for the Prime Minister? And then there is one more which is there for Nitish Kumar. So 2 chairs there. Anytime the Prime Minister should be coming in, or is this the one that is marked Nitish Kumar? We have to just see what happens, who sits where in terms of the seating arrangements. There is also the governor who will have to come. The Rajyapal will have to come to administer the oath. So we'll have to see when the governor comes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected any moment now. Just quickly, viewers, for Nitish Kumar, this is more than just forming government. It's about managing allies, balancing caste equations and signaling future political plans. Now, here are the 5 key factors that will shape perhaps the new team. First up, caste remains the cornerstone of Bihar politics. And this social equations, social balancing will have to be done. The cabinet is expected to reflect the state's caste demographics adequately. According to the calculation, the cabinet should have 11% upper caste, 14% Yadavs, 11% non-Yadav OBCs, 25% of EBCs, 1% Dalit, 20% Dalits, beg your pardon, 1% tribals. Can we move to the numbers, please? Can we guys move? Yes, thank you. Move on further, please. Move on further, and let's get the numbers here on the screen. Can you move further? I'm going to request the team to move further as we put out these numbers. 20% EBCs, 20% Dalits, 1% tribal, and 18% Muslims. Now, however, the NDA has only one Muslim MLA. Not just population, but caste-wise number of MLAs elected on NDA tickets will also play a crucial role in the distribution of ministerial berths. Now, this will perhaps ensure that no caste group within the party feels neglected, and the support received by the NDA from various social groups in the elections will also be taken into account. Nistula Hebar, Arun Dhanta is also joining us now. Arun Dhanta, managing these caste equations, the social balancing is going to be very critical. Has the BJP taken care of that as it assigns and elects leaders, newer faces, fresher faces who will be part of this cabinet?
Well, that's right, Anand. Caste equation and region also. These are, of course, factors which has been the major point for the decision for the BJP to really induct their ministers. And Anand, we've just got a list of the ministers from the BJP's quota. Just let me quickly, highlight those names. Samrat Chaudhary, Vijay Sinha, Dilip Jaiswal is also making a comeback in the cabinet. Anand, Mangal Pandey, Nitin Naveen. These are the names which we were discussing earlier now. But the new names, new faces, which will be inducted in the cabinet from the BJP's side. Rama Nishad, Ram Kripal Yadav, Sanjay Tiger, Shreyasi Singh, Narayan Prasad, Arun Shankar Prasad, Surendra Mehta, Lakhendra Paswan, Pramod Chandravanshi. So 8 new faces will be inducted in Nitish Kumar's cabinet along with these 5 senior ministers. So this is something which we are picking at this point. Anand, in a short while from now, we'll be seeing that the oath-taking ceremony will begin. As we're discussing about the caste factors and the region, remember that Magad and Bhojpur region has supported Mahagathbandhan in 2020, but this time around NDA has completely swept that region, winning 55 seats out of 69. So you will have representation from every Tirath Saran region from 73 to out of 73 to 62 seats for NDA, and also you have Simanchal and Mithyanchal region winning 52 seats out of 65. So you will have this representation from these region and of course caste in the NDA Nitish Kumar's cabinet.
Right. You spoke about Dilip Jaiswal making a comeback into this cabinet. News 18 Patna was able to speak with them. Let's speak with him. Listen in.
दिलीप जायसवाल, दिलीप जी, तैयारी पूरी हो गई शपथ की, कितने चेहरे मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल हो रहे हैं?
देखिए, उत्सव का माहौल है। इस ऐतिहासिक पल के साक्षी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी खुद जो है मौजूद रहेंगे और नीतीश कुमार जी लगातार इतने लंबे काल में जो है मुख्यमंत्री पद का शपथ लेने जा रहे हैं। करीब 2 लाख से ज़्यादा आम मतदाता भी गांधी मैदान में उपस्थित होकर इस ऐतिहासिक पल में अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज करेंगे और मंत्रिमंडल जो है बहुत ही अच्छा बनेगा। ये चूँकि नेता महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय को सूची भेजते हैं, इसलिए उस बारे में अभी कुछ भी मुझे कहना मुश्किल होगा।
कहा जा रहा है कि नए चेहरे को भाजपा इस बार मौका दे।
तो निश्चित रूप से भारतीय जनता पार्टी युवा चेहरा, महिला चेहरा, नया चेहरा की पूरी संभावना है कि इन लोगों को मौका दिया जाएगा।
बिल्कुल, जिस तरीके से बिहार में महिलाओं और युवाओं ने बढ़ चढ़कर वोट किया, उसके बाद बीजेपी ने निर्णय लिया है कि नए चेहरे और खास करके महिला और युवा को। दिलीप जायसवाल, दिलीप जी, तैयारी पूरी हो गई शपथ की, कितने चेहरे मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल हो रहे हैं?
देखिए, उत्सव का माहौल है इस।
Well, let's go across. Dileep Jaiswal, this new composition pile, you want to weigh in on how this whole cabinet is being composed? Are they trying to keep the senior leaders or continuity at the top as the top three are concerned, but then bring in fresh faces? And is there a reason why Yogi Adityanath, one of the biggest states, representative of one of the biggest states, Devendra Fadnavis, are sitting far away from the center?
No, they are not sitting far away from the center. It's basically on the basis of seniority that the seating arrangement has been arranged, nothing less than that. And nothing more than that, in fact, to read into it as well. You can see Jitendra Manjhi also sitting over there. He's a hum president. He's been somebody whose party has been able to, get whatever results they were expected to deliver as well. Chandrababu Naidu, being one of the most senior members of the NDA, made to sit right next to JP Nadda and Amit Shah as well. As far as the BJP is really concerned, the BJP has been of the opinion that there has to be a blend of young and experience, and that's exactly the formula that they followed both here in Bihar and also earlier in the center as well. You want experienced faces, you want experienced names as well, but there has to be an opportunity for the youngsters to also come in. So right after 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, I remember very clearly, had said that he would like to bring in 1 lakh new faces in the business of politics who probably have not had any dynasty or any other background backing them as well. So that's the reason continuity is going to be a key. Nitin Abhin is being repeated, but he's been a very, very young face as far as that cabinet is concerned. A return for Dilip Jaiswal at the back of the excellent results that they were able to deliver. Dilip Jaiswal has been the state president, the BJP being the single largest party as well. Samrat Chaudhary has been somebody who's stood a lot of scrutiny through the entire election, with multiple people trying to make multiple allegations against him. Vijay Sinha also had a bit of a drama history which actually really followed him into the run up to the election as well. So the BJP is showing on one front that we are very confident that these are the faces who have been the face of our government and they can come in as well. Shreyasi is a second time MLA. She has been winning from Jamui for the last 2 times. She gets a look in as well. One would have expected probably the youngest MLA, Maithili Thakur, to also get a look in, but maybe she'll have to wait for a turn for some more time. But caste representation has been a key as far as all allies are concerned.
Right.
The BJP also taking into account not just the caste representation, but also
development on the pictures as we speak. Nitish Kumar is on stage. Behind him, Samrat Chaudhary and Vijay Sinha, they have come in. There you go. Walk in, and a huge round of applause from the crowds. Huge round of applause from the crowds as Nitish Kumar walks in. What a victory, what a resurgence for this person who was being written off. He was being mocked by the opposition. He was being laughed at by those who thought that he is done for. He's got no stakes. And he said, mark my words, 18 months ago he said, mark my words, those who are insulting me, those who are talking to me, you will not even have enough seats to sit in the assembly. That's what will happen. And that went viral the day the NDA returned a 200+ score on the leaderboard as far as the results and the mandate is concerned. The trust is with this man. Vijay Sinha standing there. Now Nitish Kumar sits. There you go. He's going to be sitting very close to the PM. The PS to PM and the PS to CM are going to be sitting towards the right and left of Nitish Kumar. We can see the branding there, the labeling there that's been kept. And next to that is the Prime Minister's chair. I think that's where it is. And they will be sitting. The governor will also be sitting. There you go, PS to PM, and I think this is PM Narendra Modi's chair. That's where it is. Samrat Chaudhary is also there. We'll also have the Rajyapal coming in, the governor coming in. Will all of them swear in? All those who are going to be included into the cabinet? So is that what's going to happen? And in the order of seniority pile?
Well, of course, we are expecting at least 20 ministers to be sworn in today on the order of seniority. First, the Chief Minister takes oath. Then I believe the Deputy Chief Minister will take oath, and after that it will follow as well. So that's the plan. Together with the Chief Minister, the overall strength of the Bihar government can be 36. I do not think that all 36 are expected to take oath today, but 20 certainly are going to take oath from all political parties, whether it's the BJP or whether it's the JDU or whether it's Chirag Paswan's party, HAM, and
Chirag Paswan is just sat there. Well. Yeah, he's also sitting next to Jitan Ram Manji.
Sitting very pretty next to Lallan Singh. And they've not had a great history in the past, you remember very clearly. But the optics have gone very, very strongly this time around. Nitish Kumar making that visit to Chirag Paswan's residence on the occasion of Chhath. Chirag Paswan, going to Nitish Kumar's residence after winning the election. All these optics speak for itself. This is the same Chirag Paswan who had vowed to finish on Nitish Kumar in 2020, and here it is. In politics, you never say never, Anand.
True. Who's finished and who's not, or who's waiting in the ranks? That's very evident. So he's sitting here. There's Jitendra Manji here, and this is Lalan Singh, again a key figure. Lalan Singh actually moved to Mokama soon after Anand Singh's arrest, and he was there to ensure that Mokama did not go away. There is a different story there. What happens thereafter, we'll have to wait and watch. Now, just as we were pointing to the pictures, there is a huddle right behind where the governor is going to be sitting. There you go. Dharmendra Pradhan has pulled somebody up, and there is a huddle. Now, is it just to look at the last minute formalities? Who's going to sit where? Who's going to move where? What's going to be given to whom? Is that what's going on right now?
Well, I believe so. That's the last minute arrangement they're looking at, because it's just too late to have any fights over any berths anymore, Anand, frankly speaking. But last minute arrangement, Sanjay Jha has been at the center as far as the JDU is
Chirag's mother, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. He's always flanked by his mother. Wherever he goes, he says that there is a lot that he has to, give back to his mother in terms of the sacrifice that she made, the kind of insult that she put up with, over the last many years as well, and the family breaking into factions as well. That's been something that you've also seen in the Ram Vilas family. So Chirag Paswan, very, very happy, very contented, got the number of seats that he wanted to contest, was able to get the deal that he really wanted to do, and was able to get the results in place as well. So obviously a very, very happy house as far as the BJP, the LJP, all this is concerned. Manoj Tiwari, one of those most popular faces.
उनका ही गाना चल रहा है. I think his song is playing. So this is what Manoj Tiwari has sung. It's his voice, and they had sung about Hum Bihari hain, and sab pe bhari hain, and which one? Thode sanskari hain. So he had sung this for us, and that's why there's a chuckle in the face of Amit Shah also. Even as Pawan Singh was pulling Manoj Tiwari's legs, the Bhojpuri superstardom seeing there, the person missing is Khesari Lal.
The person missing is Ravi Kishan for sure.
And Ravi Kishan also for sure. So there you go, Giriraj Singh and Yogi Adityanath having a conversation. Keshav Prasad Maurya sitting right behind. He was one of the...
Maybe about the next step for Hindutva.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on the stage. Those are the pictures, viewers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on the stage on time, 11:30 p.m. there. They're going to get underway. The oath-taking ceremony gets underway. The Rajyapal is also present. Let's go. Let's go straight across to the audio coming in from the venue.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bharat Mata Ki Jai, as the national anthem is sung, and all the dignitaries on the stage, including the governor and the prime minister, sit down at 11:30. The oath-taking ceremony commences without any delay, viewers. That's the precision, that's the clockwork with which the NDA functions, and its manifest oath-taking ceremony after oath-taking ceremony. No delays. The crowds are there. It's a jam-packed Gandhi Maidan. And the proceedings begin. Let's go across to that.
प्रारंभ करने की अनुमति चाहता हूं।
अनुमति
माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री नामित मनोनीत एवं माननीय मंत्रीगण मनोनीत के नियुक्ति संबंधी आदेशों को पढ़ने की अनुमति चाहता हूं।
अनुमति
बिहार के राज्यपाल संविधान के अनुच्छेद 164(1) द्वारा प्रदत्त शक्तियों का प्रयोग करते हुए श्री नीतीश कुमार को बिहार राज्य का मुख्यमंत्री एवं मंत्री परिषद का सदस्य नियुक्त करते हैं। बिहार राज्यपाल के आदेश से रॉबर्ट एल चोंगथू, राज्यपाल के प्रधान सचिव। बिहार के राज्यपाल संविधान के अनुच्छेद 164(1) द्वारा प्रदत्त शक्तियों का प्रयोग करते हुए मुख्यमंत्री की सलाह से निम्नांकित व्यक्तियों को बिहार राज्य का मंत्री एवं मंत्री परिषद का सदस्य नियुक्त करते हैं। श्री सम्राट चौधरी, श्री विजय कुमार सिन्हा, श्री विजय कुमार चौधरी, श्री विजेंद्र प्रसाद यादव, श्री श्रवण कुमार, श्री मंगल पांडे, डॉक्टर दिलीप कुमार जायसवाल, श्री अशोक चौधरी, श्रीमती लेशी सिंह, श्री मदन सहनी, श्री नितिन नवीन, श्री रामकृपाल यादव, श्री संतोष कुमार सुमन, श्री सुनील कुमार, मोहम्मद जमा खान, श्री संजय सिंह टाइगर, श्री अरुण शंकर प्रसाद, श्री सुरेंद्र मेहता, श्री नारायण प्रसाद, श्रीमती रमा निषाद, श्री लखेंद्र कुमार रोशन, सुश्री श्रेयसी सिंह, डॉक्टर प्रमोद कुमार, श्री संजय कुमार, श्री संजय कुमार सिंह, श्री दीपक प्रकाश। बिहार राज्यपाल के आदेश से रॉबर्ट एल चोंगथू, राज्यपाल के प्रधान सचिव।
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री मनोनीत से अनुरोध है कि माननीय राज्यपाल के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने की कृपा करें।
मैं नीतीश कुमार सत्यनिष्ठा से प्रतिज्ञान करता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मैं अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी सरकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं नीतीश कुमार सत्यनिष्ठा से प्रतिज्ञान करता हूं कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब से ये सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अनेक कर्तव्यों के सम्यक और निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद, बधाई।
माननीय मंत्री मनोनीत श्री सम्राट चौधरी से माननीय राज्यपाल जी के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
मैं सम्राट चौधरी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक एवं शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं सम्राट चौधरी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
माननीय मंत्री मनोनीत श्री विजय कुमार सिन्हा से माननीय राज्यपाल जी के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
मैं विजय कुमार सिन्हा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं विजय कुमार सिन्हा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवा जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
माननीय मंत्रीगण मनोनीत श्री विजय कुमार चौधरी, श्री विजेंद्र प्रसाद यादव, श्री श्रवण कुमार, श्री मंगल पांडे, डॉक्टर दिलीप जायसवाल, श्री अशोक चौधरी से माननीय राज्यपाल जी के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
मैं मंगल पांडे,
डॉक्टर दिलीप कुमार जायसवाल ईश्वर का शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं मंगल पांडे ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ, ज्ञान करता हूँ जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात उसे किसी व्यक्ति को तब के सिवाय ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों से निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष और अप्रत्यक्ष से संतुष्ट या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
माननीय मंत्रीगण मनोनीत श्रीमती लेशी सिंह, श्री नितिन नवीन, श्री मदन सहनी, श्री रामकृपाल यादव, श्री संतोष कुमार सुमन, श्री सुनील कुमार से माननीय राज्यपाल के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
मैं लेसी सिंह ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ करता हूँ कि मैं भारत के संविधान के सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता, मैं बिहार सरकार के मंत्री के अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष सभी प्रकार के लोगों संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगी।
के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं
ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों सबके सिवाय जब ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगी।
माननीय मंत्रीगण मनोनीत मोहम्मद जमा खान, श्री संजय सिंह टाइगर, श्री अरुण शंकर प्रसाद, श्री सुरेंद्र मेहता, श्री नारायण प्रसाद, श्रीमती रमा निषाद से माननीय राज्यपाल के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
सब लोग आगे। मजदूरी करिए बताते हैं आगे। मैं
रमा निषाद ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी। मैं बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और अनुष्ठान से निर्वहन करूंगा। मैं भय या अनुराग या देश के मान और विधि के लोगों के संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगी।
मैं
रमा निषाद ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि जो बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, मुझे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को सबके सिवाय ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के समय निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना प्रत्यक्ष अप्रत्यक्ष या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
माननीय मंत्रीगण मनोनीत श्री लखेंद्र कुमार रोशन, सुश्री श्रेयसी सिंह, डॉक्टर प्रमोद कुमार, श्री संजय कुमार, श्री संजय कुमार सिंह, श्री दीपक प्रकाश से माननीय राज्यपाल के समक्ष पद एवं गोपनीयता का शपथ ग्रहण करने का अनुरोध करते हैं।
मैं लखेंद्र कुमार रोशन ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगी। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा। मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं लखेंद्र कुमार रोशन ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय बिहार राज्य के मंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
कोई बात नहीं, हाथ में लेने के लिए
माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय, समारोह समाप्त करने की अनुमति चाहता हूं।
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्च चञ्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
बधाई सर।
This is the mega exit poll. Overall numbers 140 to 150 seats for the NDA.
BJP, JDU and the RJD are all pulling their weight.
What a phenomenal victory.
Congress has some very, very critical, almost existential questions that it needs to answer.
There's a blast that's been reported near the station. This is a terror attack. That's what intel sources tell CNN News 18 via Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Viewers, as you know, this was a high-intensity blast.
Alright viewers, when Bihar announced its historic verdict, India chose your channel CNN News 18. When Delhi blast shook the nation, India reposed its faith in us for the latest and accurate updates. CNN News 18 remains way ahead of its competitors as it emerges viewers' top choice for English news. Joining me live from the newsroom is CNN News 18's managing editor Zaka Jacob. Zaka, yet another week which only goes on to show that CNN News 18 is the viewer's trusted choice.
Oh, absolutely. And this was an important week because the Bihar election results were coming out this week. Also, the Delhi blast happened to be on the same week. And it's a hugely important milestone for us here at CNN News 18. The fact that such two big news events have happened in the same week. And we have managed to increase both our channel share and also the number of people who are watching us, the amount of time that they are watching us. It's been incredible. It's been, once again, the viewers across India, the length and breadth of this country, reposing their faith in India's #1 news channel, CNN News 18. We've been #1 now for well over 3 years, well over 150, maybe close to 200 weeks. But this week was critically important because of those two events. One was a planned one, which was the Bihar election exit polls as well as the counting day results. But the other one was an unplanned one, which was the Delhi blast, which happened on Monday last. So both of those major news events, India has tuned in to CNN News 18. It's an extremely proud moment for all of us here at Team CNN News 18. And we want to thank all our viewers who have tuned in to this very, very important news week on India's #1 news channel, that is CNN News 18. I want to extend my thanks to all our viewers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat all the way to Assam and the rest of the Northeast. They've all tuned in. They've increased not just the amount that they watch CNN News 18, but also the geographical spread that we have of CNN News 18. And I think this is an important milestone for us. It was an important election week. And I think this is what keeps all of us going. This is what is important to all of us, that when it comes to important news events, planned or unplanned, we had a planned event, which was an election. We had an unplanned event, which was unfortunately a terror attack. But when it comes to big news events that India cares about, that Indian viewers care about, they tune in to one news destination, which is CNN News 18. So once again, I want to thank all our viewers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Dibrugarh all the way to Porbandar for tuning in to India's #1 English news channel, which is CNN News 18. You have reposed your faith, your trust in us. And I, as the editor of this channel, would want to thank all our viewers for reposing once again your faith when it comes to India's biggest news stories. There is only one place to tune into, and that is CNN News 18. So thank you, viewers, once again.
Zaka, at the same time, whether it's bringing facts first to our viewers when it comes to, say, a case like the Delhi car blast, or even the numbers when it came to Bihar polls, take our viewers through what makes our reportage and our coverage so special and unique.
Well, I think this week gone by is an illustration in itself. Like I said, one was a planned event, which was election results. We all knew that it was coming out on the 14th, and we were way ahead of all the other channels when it comes to the election numbers, simply because of the live result hub. We're the only English news channel, we're the only network, in fact, which has its own election call center, as it were. So all the 243 constituencies in Bihar, we had hundreds of reporters in each of those counting centers. They directly called our live result hub and reported what the results were, even before the Election Commission could update on its website or on its other social media feeds. So that was a big advantage that we've had for the last 10 years, and it got exemplified in the Bihar election results. So that's a planned event for which a large majority of India tuned into CNN News 18. The other one, like I said, was a very, very unfortunate one which happened on Monday last, which was the Delhi terror blast that happened. It was the first time in over 10 years that there was a major terror attack in the national capital. The last time that happened was in 2011. And the fact that a majority of India, a large majority of India, tuned into CNN News 18 because we have the kind of ground coverage, the kind of presence of reporters, the kind of extensive scale that we have compared to any other news network in India. So people, our viewers, reposing their trust and faith in both planned and unplanned news events. I think it's a testimony to CNN News 18's brand of journalism, its brand of, just putting our credibility on the line, just putting our trust and faith that the viewers have in us on the line, and saying that if anything big happens in India, any nook or corner of India, CNN News 18 is the destination that you have to tune into, whether it is a planned event or an unplanned event. I think the week gone by is a testimony to the fact that CNN News 18 is the #1 and most trusted choice when it comes to viewers across the length and breadth of India. And we want to thank our viewers once again. I, as a representative of more than 300-400 people who work in the newsroom, many of whom are, glorious warriors whose faces you don't see, whose names you don't know, but I want to be the representative of all of them and thank every one of our viewers for tuning in and reposing your faith and trust in India's #1 news channel. And that's been once again reinforced in this week gone by, which has been a very, very heavy news week. And these are the kind of news weeks that all of us as journalists live and die for. This is what we are trained for, this is what we believe in, and this is what we have achieved in this week gone by. And I want to thank once again all our viewers across the length and breadth of this country for reposing their trust and faith in India's #1 news channel, CNN News 18.
All right, so CNN News 18 over there shattering all the records. It continues to be your trusted channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to CNN News 18. And as our managing editor, Zaka Jacob, was highlighting that this was a news-heavy week. 2 events, one, of course, a planned one being the Bihar election, the other one being an unplanned and highly tragic and unfortunate one was the Delhi car blast case. But CNN News 18 got you facts first from ground zero, whether it was the Delhi car blast case or even the numbers on the counting day of Bihar. Thank you for reposing your faith in us here at CNN News 18.
This is the mega exit poll. Overall numbers, 140 to 150 seats for the NDA.
BJP, JDU and the RJD are all pulling their weight.
What a phenomenal victory.
Congress has some very, very critical, almost existential questions that it needs to answer.
There's a blast that's been reported near the station. This is a terror attack. That's what intel sources tell CNN News 18 via Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Viewers, as you know, this was a high-intensity blast.
Thank you for tuning in to our live and rolling coverage. Our top focus remains the Bihar swearing-in ceremony. Remember, this has been a record 10th time that Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has taken over the helm of affairs as far as Bihar is concerned. It was in Gandhi Maidan, in the heart of Patna city, that he was sworn in for a record 10th time. Let's quickly go across to Payal Mehta, who's joining me live from our studios of CNN News 18. Payal, one can't think but take this back to the year 2000 in March when he was sworn in just for a period of 7 days. And now you have Nitish Kumar coming back for a record 10th time. What does it speak of his credentials now?
Well, if there is any one overarching figure when it matters to the Bihar election, it is undoubtedly Nitish Kumar and his popularity as well. His popularity amongst the women, his popularity amongst several castes cutting across our party lines, that is something which we've been able to witness. There is no doubt wherever you went in Bihar, and I reported there for about 2 weeks, you could only hear one name, and that was Nitish Kumar. People, of course, have been very angry with the fact that the opposition parties tried to make fun of his health issues. That is something which did not go down well with people. But what a curriculum invited to really have, what a CV to really have as far as Nitish Kumar is really concerned. 10th time Chief Minister, there's no mean achievement at all. In a very, very caste-ridden society in Bihar, he comes in from the EBC, he comes in from the EBC caste as well. He's been very socialist in his approach as well. And he's been somebody who's been very, very vocal and very, very open, both in his love and both in his criticism for various leaders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and him have had the best and the worst of relations also with each other. But here they are. You saw that picture where Prime Minister Narendra Modi was shaking Nitish Kumar's hand. And of course, a very important picture, Prime Minister once again doing that all important, waving of the gamcha, which has been the tradition as far as this election is really concerned. So of course, over to Nitish Kumar to see how he wants to run the state over the next 5 years. Because the BJP is of the belief that Bihar is on the path of development and only it can go further only if you have a double engine government.
Sure. Let me quickly introduce my other guests also. I'm joined in by Rajat Sethi, political analyst, Saket Mishra, who's an investment banker, and Sujata Pandey, who's a political analyst. Many thanks to you, Sujata, and the gentlemen for joining in. Rajat, if I could quickly bring you in on all the suspense that was surrounding the NDA during election campaigning. Finally, we do see that show of strength as far as NDA is concerned. But as Payal was highlighting, the most capturing and vivid imagery was of Prime Minister Modi and Nitish Kumar, the two men who are currently being credited, of course, apart from Amit Shah also, for that victory of the NDA in Bihar.
That is right. I think public, literally the Bihar public has screamed on the top of their voice with this kind of a decisive mandate that they want status quo. They want the same set of twin leadership of Prime Minister and of Nitish Kumar as the Chief Minister to carry on and keep doing good for Bihar. Bihar is at a critical cusp where the next 4 or 5 years are going to be absolutely critical. Bihar remains that bedrock around which the Industry 4.0 revolution is pivoted around for the whole country. So it's not just from a very derogatory framing that the opposition tried doing, that Bihar is only producing laborers. It's also producing, as I said, those fundamental foundations around which the whole nation has to build upon. And I think this requires a very imaginative leadership. I believe that some of the young ministers who have also been sworn in will be able to bring in more creative energy to the mix and will try and usher in new areas of innovation and development into the state. So an experience on one side and the set of new energy which has come into this current cabinet will be the right balance. That's the hope. It should not be that even after 5 years we still are discussing about issues where Bihar remains and is seen as a laggard state. It is seen as a state which can also lead on frontier areas for the country.
Absolutely. I want to quickly bring in Saket Mishra also on that note. Saket, as much as the Mahagathbandhan may have attacked Nitish, that it continues to be as Bimaru, which is why employment is also being promised. But the fact is that, yes, much has been done and there are miles to go for Nitish Kumar. And that also includes creating greater job opportunities, perhaps through greater industrial development, and stop the brain drain that Bihar is currently witnessing. Saket.
Namaskar. Firstly, I must say on behalf of all political parties, we are very jealous of your 56% viewership. So, I mean, we don't like to have that. I think there are 2 points that are evident even in today's oath taking. First is the coherence that that the NDA brings to the table, which is around people and parties and also around policy. The second thing which I think becomes evident in having so many people attend from across the country is to bring about the fact that we are looking at Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and becoming bigger than narrow sectarian and vested interests, which is perhaps what has held back Bihar in the past. And that should then drive, and I think we discussed this during the election results day also, that should then drive how Bihar actually moves forward in terms of creating employment. It isn't just about, I mean, first of all, I sort of take offense at anybody who says that a laborer is bad. I think there has to be dignity of labor. Gandhiji said that and everybody else should. But I think the issue has to be about coming together to come up with innovative ideas for Bihar that can actually create jobs and that can improve the productivity. I mean, Bihar has already had pretty solid growth over the last 3 to 5 years.
Right. Especially
Therefore,
in terms of infrastructure.
Exactly. And I mean, there was somebody arguing about how infrastructure doesn't matter. Guess what? If a person can get to hospital on time and survive, that gives that person confidence to take other risks, to start a small business, to start looking and sending their kids for education. 20 other things happen as a result of that. And I'm positive that that with this coherence of center and state comes together. My last point is just that if you also look at the number of chief ministers attending, there is another theme in this, which is of best practices being transferred within NDA CMs and NDA governments. And I think that's very important because ideas, when they shift, it allows good practices to actually come to some of the states that haven't had them in the past.
That's a very interesting point, which I will take forward with Payal as well. But Sujata, I want to quickly bring you in on the two key factors that have governed the victory for NDA this time around. The Mahila Yuva factor. What is your assessment of how they have influenced this cabinet representation?
So yes, so this is a vote of credibility plus stability. If you look at from the women's angle, they rejected the Jungle Raj promise. They rejected the entire promise of 30,000. Compare that 10,000 to a 30,000 promise of Tejaswi Yadav. So it was based on the credibility. It was based on continuation. It was based on the generational politics that Nitish Kumar style of politics has done over the years in Bihar. I think if political science needs to include a stream now in curriculums across the universities, it needs to include the generational politics policies of Nitish Kumar, which came for the so-called illiterate, multi-dimensionally struck Bihar, which produces labor, so-called for I don't know who sees this data that Bihar produces the labor. I think that Bihar produces the highest number of the IAS, IPS, and people who are across the sectors defining the rules of those sectors and ruling it, even in media for that matter. Okay. So coming back to the focus of the Mahila, I think it was based on the Nitish Kumar and the double engine Sarkar promise of delivery. It's just not the promise, it's also to the delivery to the last mile, which Modi model of governance is known for. So if you see, earlier people were predicting maybe JDU will be a bigger party, maybe BJP would not be able to do much. But this election, if you see, the Paltu Ram ki Sarkar, that completely has gone up because BJP has become a bigger party. Nitish ab majboori nahi hai, lekin Nitish ab zaruri zarur hai, and that is why he's taken the CM. So BJP doesn't look like that it wants to disturb the status quo, especially with the Bengal election, in Tamil Nadu election. So I think Nitish is going to be the CM. Nitish Kumar is going to carry the policies that he was known for, the women-centric. But one thing I really want to say, Akansha, here is that only 11% of the representation out of 27 ministers taking oath, we only saw 3 women ministers, when 70% of the women turnout was the backbone of the NDA. It ensured that women came out in high number, not only defied the Jat politics, but also the caste politics, the religion politics, the husband ka politics, the traditional, family politics. All of that is divided by the so-called illiterate Bihari women who said, no, I will vote for my issues. I will vote for the government which can take care of my issues, which will give me cycle, which will give me uniforms, which will give me scholarships. So this is, I want to see more representation.
All right, that's an interesting point. I want to quickly bring Payal on that note, given that Payal covered this election extensively from ground zero. Payal, what's your thought? Do you think that the Mahila representation has not been enough?
Well, women certainly voted in overwhelming numbers, but did they vote for women candidates? Did we have enough women candidates? The answer certainly is no. But there are quite a few people who made it to the cabinet list as far as Nitish Kumar's government is concerned. You have the young and the experienced as well. It's a big opportunity as far as Shreyasi is concerned.
Only 3, Payal, 3.
No, there are more than 3. If I saw the list correctly, Shreyasi Singh, it's a big opportunity for her. Second time MLA coming in from Jamui, and representation has been there. But Nitish Kumar has stood for women's voice way beyond anybody's and everybody's expectation. From the time that thinking about the Jungle Raj period, thinking about the time that he had to actually give in cycles to women, that's been something which has been there
Sujata,
as well.
let's not forget, we're speaking at a time when the opposite side is really seeing an insult being hurled upon their own daughters of Bihar. So I think, you're looking at the brighter side and a silver lining being provided by NDA over there. Going to request all of you to hold on to your thoughts. Let's also break down the caste dynamics that have played a very significant role over here. Why so? For Nitish Kumar, this is more than just forming a government. It's about managing allies, balancing caste equations, signaling future political plans. Let me bring you the 5 key factors that will shape the new team. Caste remains the cornerstone of Bihar politics. To maintain social balance, the cabinet is expected to reflect the state's caste demographics as it already is. According to this calculation, cabinet should have 11% upper castes, 14% Yadavs, 11% non-Yadav OBCs. Now, as far as Nitish cabinet is concerned, it has also reflected the caste demographics. The NDA still has only one Muslim MLA is what they are talking about as well. Not just population, balancing NDA's caste-wise MLAs has been another significant aspect of this. Let's also take that forward, in fact, with our guests to continue to stay with us. Rajat, I want to quickly bring you in on one aspect that's been debated about. Is Bihar now beyond the Mandal and Kamandal paradigm, or can it never do with the Mandal paradigm at all?
See, it's a very complex sociological question. At the essence of democracy, representation is what matters the most. Any caste, community or a social group has to be seen as being effectively represented in the House of Representatives. Now, that is fundamental. Whether our politicians have grown up to a level where they can cut across caste and do the representational justice, I don't see that. And therefore, I don't see caste is going away. I still believe while caste will remain a factor, delivery, governance, all of those things are sine qua non for getting mandates like this. Therefore, it has to be a delicate balance of ensuring the representation aspect is met. And also on top of it, the politicians of today's day and age should understand that they cannot take the public for granted. Be it of any state that you pick. We've seen in Maharashtra, they gave one mandate in Lok Sabha, but a completely flipped mandate in the state assembly elections. Therefore, for every state, they will have to work hard. They'll have to ensure that they cannot play the caste politics. While representation is okay, you can't be saying that, okay, I'll be doing an MY formula or PDA formula. Those kind of formula, if you start looking at caste as a block, that is where I think the problem starts. And this is where the opposition has been thoroughly exposed. If you start doing MY dynamics and try and have one deputy CM just as a face to represent an EBC community, and you suddenly assume all the EBC as a pack will fall into your place, it doesn't work like that. It's not like you're stapling 2 or 3 set of documents together. It's not as easy. This is what the opposition needs to decide, needs to think about, have grassroots leaders and leaders who have worked for the community alongside balancing other factors.
Saket, I want to quickly bring you in. It's not like it's the end of development for Bihar. Let's not forget that the Deputy CM's convoy was also attacked when he was visiting his constituency to cast his vote in Lakhisarai. So that means that there is still discontent brewing on the ground level. When you talk about